welcome. How's it going, everybody? It is Friday night here on Saving Throw, so that means it's time for Wildcards, which is our jaunt, our journey through the dark and supernatural places in the weird West, and also maybe the recesses of the human mind.
Ew.
I am your marshal, Jordan caves-callarman. We'll be playing in the Savageworlds system, Deadlands Reloaded specifically, and I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. Also, we've got a fine table of players here for you as well. Let's meet them. So this is what I want tonight, guys. This is what I want. I want to know. Why do you always do that?
Because it's stressful.
A lot of pressure.
It's
I'm
stressful.
sorry.
I love this thing.
Rob loves it. I got one.
Just don't do me first.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you jerk.
This stuff sticks with us forever, man.
I want to know your name, who you
See,
are,
I can't just decide
your
that.
character name, who your character is. And I would like to know, tonight is a meta question. I would like to know, at what point during the entire run of the game were you the most concerned that your character was going to die?
Oh,
And let's start with,
son of a... Hey everybody, I'm Grav, and I'm going to be playing Howl Mountain. The consummate frontier gentlesman. I was very clear on those S's. I wanted them to be there.
no, you did it.
I want them to be
We
there.
all heard it.
Important.
I think probably the start of this season, when I was fighting the bear on top of that train, I
yeah.
was pretty close to dead.
Yeah, you were taking the bulk of those hits.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I was pretty close to dead there. That's probably it for me. I don't think I've gotten more hurt than that, actually. I'm pretty hard to hit, or hard to take damage.
That's
on,
true.
I guess, so
That's true.
that's why.
Thank you.
And so, Lieutenant, thank you for the
And
25.
Sarah Lieutenant, thank you for the 25. And also, before the stream, let's hit those real quick. Thank you very much, Historian of Nukes. Thank you, Gunslinger Andy. Thank you, BSB Care. And then also thank you, Gunslinger Andy, for the resub. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so right next to Almost Dead on top of a train, we have...
Me. Hi guys.
Look like I'm...
It kind of looked like you.
We
yeah.
have...
Yeah. Oh, is it
looking
Megan?
at you. No, I'm looking
Hi,
at you.
it's me, Dom Zook. I play James Bogue. Season 1, Episode 1, I think was when I was the most scared of
Season
dying.
1, episode 1.
At what
Yeah.
point specifically? Was it when you were in the gunfight with Boyd Parker, or was it...
No, it was when I threw the steamer trunk down to try to knock out a bunch of guys.
This was our very first
Yeah,
fight.
and it did knock them out, but then they got right back up again.
It shook. At that point, I really wish I could get a do-over on that opening fight, because at that point I was still a bit shakier on the Savage Worlds rules, and I was like, oh, I gotta rule this right. First episode, first fight, instead of like ruling it cinematically. That would have gone entirely differently.
You
yeah.
just mentioned that like yesterday.
But yeah, I think
But I remember this. Didn't someone shoot at you, I think?
No,
it was
Tortlaw.
Johnny
It was
Carrington
at
shot
Tortlaw.
at Tortlaw and
But it like,
got like 40
quadruple
aces, yeah.
ace.
Oh, wow.
But no, there were like 4 or 5 guys around me who all had weapons drawn, and that was like gang up bonuses and all this sort of stuff. And like every one of them like missed or couldn't breach my parry or something like that. So I somehow made it out of that. But it was literally me for like 3 rounds. Not getting shot, and Tortlaw was just like crawling under the stagecoach or something.
We're all
that
doing
time.
crazy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That was the one where we decided retroactively I could use that card to
Yes.
lower the...
You threw a Bible into the way of a bullet, I believe.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it became
Cool.
the basis of my reputation in town.
That's true. That and the evil cackling miracle from God that you called down.
Yeah.
job on that.
So speaking of, let's jump across the table to our resident preacher.
Hi, my name is Jordan Pridgeon, and I'm playing Gabriel Pryor, who used to pretend to be a preacher to get in good with people.
Nathan Musician, thank you for
Thank
the sub.
you for the
Thank
sub.
you, Nathan Musician.
And Gabe is now a blessed, in case that wasn't clear. He can actually do miracle stuff. I feel like there was a time that I like legit had 3 wounds or something, and was like, oh, do I have to roll to die now? And you were like, no, it's 4.
I think it was in the fight with Black River when you were trying to rescue.
I think that
It was either when you were it wasn't when you were trying to rescue. It was when they kidnapped Charlie Shadow and trounced you all soundly
Right.
when they were waiting
Yeah.
back at the church for you.
yeah, they beat me hard there, and Rose was very upset about that. I think that's the closest I actually. Although you know what, I feel like the time I most felt like, oh, we might actually die here was
I know what you're
in.
gonna say.
I don't think you do.
No?
It's when we were back in the church and the snakes were attacking us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was at like 3 fatigue and had taken a wound from hitting one and couldn't do like anything. And there were still like 4 snakes. And
Yeah.
and Torlaw had run away, and there was like we couldn't see anybody, and I was like, "This is where we die." And then we killed enough snakes that he was like, "Ah, I'm leaving."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
all right."
And thank you for the sub, Jolo cost?
Jolo
Thank
cost.
you.
Jolo
very
cost. How much does Jolo cost? And then right next to Almost Dead with Snakes, we have.
Hi, I'm Meghan Caves, and I play Rosaline Byrne, the huckster. I think that's what I was going to say, was the first time that I was really worried was with the snakes, with Clem and the church. The first time we fought him. Because I feel like we got bit by the snakes, and it was like, oh crap, my fatigue is at 2, like very quickly. Which can incapacitate you. And then also, nobody's mentioned the woodland creatures.
Yeah.
I took a lot of hits in that,
Oh,
in that
yeah.
one. I thought I was going to go down there from a squirrel.
The
or
Woodland
raccoon.
Creatures was the only time that I was worried I was going to kill all of you.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, whoops.
Oh no, I've killed them in a dumb way.
That was basically what was going through my head. I was like, uh-oh.
Whoopsie.
I just ended my show real quick. Interesting. Okay. Thank you guys for weighing in on that. I ask you because no reason. So welcome, guys. Welcome to Wildcards. And real quick before we get started, I want to remind you guys that we have a very special event happening tomorrow. We have our St. Patty's Day Subathon. That's going to be starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time here, and we're going to be going until 12 midnight Pacific time all day tomorrow, kind of trying to show everybody what it is we do here at Saving Throw. So we'll be starting off with Tempting Fate, and then we're going to roll right into Iron Keep, and then from that we're going to roll right into Legacy, which is going to be GM Stephen Pope's new show after the conclusion of Uncanny Valley.
Which eventually I'll be on, but not tomorrow.
Yep, and then after that we're going to finish up with Wildcards, and then we will have a fun little bonus thing at the end as we head into midnight, where we will be doing a very experimental thing called Twitch GM's RPGs, which should be kind of fun. But definitely check that out, and remember you can sub, resub, gift a sub, or upgrade your sub during the subathon tomorrow in order to be entered for prizes and to unlock cool stuff during the show. Speaking of unlocking cool stuff during the show, nice segue. We are an independent channel here at Saving Throw. We operate entirely by your good graces. If you enjoy what we are doing, we are very glad to hear that, and we hope that if you feel like you're having a good time, you want to support us, that you send us a tip during the show. It means the world to us, and it also keeps us in business. So thank you very much for that, guys. Even if you can't tip, we very much appreciate you being here, spreading the word about the show, just hanging out in chat. It's great to have you here. If you tip, excuse me, ran out of steam there real quick. If you tip, you also, as a fun bonus, contribute towards unlocking reward tiers for the show. So you can check those out and see what we have on offer tonight by entering !unlocks in the chat. And you can find the tip link by entering !tips in the chat in order to see what sort of things can be unlocked tonight. We've already unlocked some of them. Thank you guys very much. And I think I missed Double Up Omega. Thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you so much.
And then I want to make one thing real clear quickly. We changed the way toasts work. So there are still 5 free gold toasts that can be redeemed each episode with 500 gold that you earn just by hanging out in the chat. But from now on, instead of the confusing, ever-increasing system of toasts, all toasts are just $15. That's it. Just a flat, easy-to-calculate thing for Tyler behind the camera so he doesn't have to keep doing math to change the number and you guys don't get confused by it. Just $15. So hopefully that'll be easier for everybody. Let me know what you think about it on Twitter if you want. But you can do that after the show because now we're playing Wildcards. So I think that's everything. I think that's all my bookkeeping up top.
Okay.
So what say we saddle up? And draw some fate chips. All right. No one has any extra fate chips from last session. Nothing like that happened, right? That wasn't the.
That wasn't the mystery
That wasn't
box.
the mystery box card.
Oh, you still
Oh,
have
no,
it.
it wasn't.
Secret.
It wasn't.
Secret. We have to trigger. We have to figure out the trigger.
So
or
why
we
don't
don't
we
have to
start
figure it out.
So
with
I
Rosaline Byrne.
Okay.
3 fate
still
chips.
have access to.
I'm gonna go over that.
Okay.
Let's see. I had 3.
3 fate chips for Rosaline Byrne.
I got a blue and 2 white.
Blue and 2 whites. 5 fate chips for Gabriel Pryor.
Give me them fate.
Thank you very much, DJ Regular, for the tip.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
DJ.
White, red.
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna
Like your worst draw ever. For James Boak, 3 fate chips.
this carriage is carrying.
The American flag or the French flag.
You always do that.
Red, white, and blue.
Or the British flag.
Or
Yeah.
well,
there's a lot of
Pretty
flags.
popular
Australian
set of
flag.
colors.
Yeah.
honestly.
or
Keep going.
the Netherlands.
Name as many as you
maybe,
can.
maybe.
What about this flag,
Cote
baby?
d'Ivoire is the same colors.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
And then I get one for each of you
can't
guys.
think of
I get one red. I get one white. I get one white. And I get the legend. No, it's a red. The legend chip's not in there. And even if it was, I can't have it.
I feel like you could. Somehow,
I'm not supposed to.
You could somehow draw it even though it's not in there because
Yep.
that seems to be.
That would be his MO.
And let's very quickly go over what persists from last session.
Okay.
What, because Chad unlocked it and because I was feeling generous, is rolling into this session. So you two still have an adventure card from last
Yes.
time.
That's
You
right.
have your arcane restoration to restore all of Hal's power points.
Yep.
And you have the one that allows you to act as though you had drawn a Joker in combat,
Yes.
right?
Which is pretty
Do I
cool.
actually have that?
It is right here in front of you.
Okay, good.
Because I am good at this. Also, the cursed Spanish medallion is still on the table. At any point, you guys can break this in half in order to get an insanely lucky break. But remember, at 2 points in the future, your enemies will also get a lucky break. Why am I going over all this stuff? Don't worry about it. Also, you have 7
That's not
tokens of
worrying.
plot armor, which can automatically be used to reduce the severity of a wound by 1, or, thanks to the mysterious strangers in chat, can be spent as a blue fate chip for the table. You have your tragic ally token. At some point, you can choose to invoke this, and an ally from your past will show up and be helpful, but in a very tragic way. I think that's everything. Let's raise some glasses.
Okay.
Get some
Okay.
toasts.
I really want to know who the ally is. Let's just right off the bat.
Yeah.
Use it right away.
Gunslinger Andy says he knows.
Everyone raise your glass. And Beacon29 was asking about where we got these bottles. These are reappropriated Virgil's root beer bottles. We just drank the root beer, took the labels off,
still
and
have
we
the labels.
refilled them.
Some
didn't we?
people-
Did we take the label off?
Yeah,
Oh.
you too.
Me and Grav got this.
Never mind.
got it.
There's that label. So raise your glass, everyone. BSB Care would like us to toast. Swarms to the left of them, prairie ticks to the right. Chaos ahead of them, yet onward the posse charged. Swarms to the left of them, prairie ticks to the right. Chaos ahead of them, yet onward the posse charged. Set them up and knock them down. Thank you, BSB Care.
I kept wanting to say, yet still she persisted.
Yep, but that's not what he wanted us to toast to.
Here I am, stuck in the middle.
Peter Buxton would like us to toast to Jordan's sponsor-related abandonment issues. To Jordan's sponsor-related abandonment issues. Set him up and knock him down. I'm going to assume that's an experience pointers reference.
It's very
We're
good.
getting better. We have one that maybe will stick around.
Yeah, we do.
From Beacon29. Everyone raise your bottles. To the bestest cast ever. Yahoo! No, and you have to say this like Jake Lloyd from episode 1 of The Phantom Menace. Isn't it? Is it? Does he say Yahoo or whoopee?
He says, whoopee!
Okay, but say Yahoo like that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
To the bestest cast ever.
Yahoo!
Set him up and knock him down. Thank you very much,
It's
Beacon29.
yippee! Right.
He was having so much fun.
Yeah, it's yippee.
That movie doesn't exist.
Yippee, that's right. Yippee. Gunslinger Andy would like us to toast. When the engine turns, you gotta move on, and you gotta move on at night. When the engine turns, you gotta move on, and you gotta move on at night. Set him up and knock him
I
down.
feel like we should remember that because I think it's a clue that will help us.
Probably not.
He's giving
What does
us
that mean?
hints.
What does that mean?
Historian of nukes would like us to toast. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Jeez.
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Set him
I'm
up
not willing
and
to.
knock him down. Thank you very much, Historian of Nukes. Gunslinger Andy would like to give his piece of cursed Spanish gold for resubbing to the table.
Oh, thank you.
Put it right there in the middle. Thank you very much, Gunslinger Andy. Nathan Musician would like to give their sub piece of cursed Spanish gold to Rosaline Burr.
Thank you very much.
And oh my gosh, all right, we have unlocked
shall
the
survive.
first story tier, which is
Ooh.
called An Air of Authority. Ooh. Don't worry about it. No, I'll tell you what it means.
Air.
It means that you guys are getting pretty experienced. You guys seem like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're a fearsome bunch. So, should you feel the need to make any intimidation checks tonight, everyone will get a -1 to resist those because clearly you're capable folks.
I think I was going to say we get a -1. I was like, why?
You guys are
Also,
getting pretty good, so fuck you.
we've unlocked a draw.
Draw!
Because you two still have one,
Oh.
I'm just gonna choose who gets this one.
Okay.
James Bogue,
Oh,
draw.
okay.
Megan's like, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You jerk.
What'd you draw?
Payback. This is for my father. Play on an opposing wild card. Your attacks and damage against him are made at +2 for the duration of the scene.
Oh,
good.
good.
Scene.
You regain
Wow.
5
really
power
good.
points.
We have unlocked the second story
That's a good one, thank you.
tier, which is called The Phantom. I will not say anything about that one. And we have unlocked another draw
Oh, I get it.
for Rosaline
That would
Byrne.
have been really
Wow,
weird.
you're just gonna pick her?
Pick one that's good for me.
It's because I'm his wife.
So we trade these. No, he's shaking his head. I can't do that.
Hot iron and whiskey. Here, bite on this. Play on a wounded character. He has 1 wound healed, but gains a permanent scar. Roll on the injury table in the Savage Worlds core book for location.
That's
he
so cool.
gains -1 charisma if the scar is visible.
I'm real ugly already.
Oh man, I
wait.
really like that one.
That's really cool.
I really like it. We haven't drawn that one before.
I think you have, but I don't think you had occasion to use it. And
Oh
then,
my god.
oh,
Look at the art in this card.
Wow.
and
It's horrible.
Jolocos.
I mean, the
Ripping
art's
teeth
not
out.
horrible, but it's terrifying.
would like to give their piece of cursed Spanish gold for subbing to Howlin' Howl Melton.
Oh, thank you, Joe Lucas.
Howlin'
Much appreciated.
Howl. All right, so thank you guys very much for unlocking all of that stuff. There are still some things that remain to be unlocked, and I guess I should mention there is still this draw from the mystery box last time that will trigger
Don't
at
know what
a
it is.
certain point,
see
and
it.
I will make sure that I remember to do that. So we'll see what happens. Let's recap.
Okay.
So last time you guys ran afoul of Agent Detweiler, who you hadn't seen in quite some time, and seeing as how whatever organization he works with was stretched thin, and you had the recommendation of Madame Marguerite and somewhat the endorsement of Idella Beals, who had been following Howl and Gabe around town a little bit in a previous episode, decided to recruit you for help. In exchange, he is going to find out the information that you are seeking about the meeting between the bear and the wraith and give that to you after you complete this. He just sent you to Kansas to check in on a station master to verify a hypothesis. But when you guys went to Kansas on the back of a horse that can travel through the Deadlands, driven by Brumby Carter, a Pony Express rider, you found the station abandoned. Seemingly, whoever lived there had vanished, but you did start to discover signs of foul play, and you found a body hidden in the muck beneath the outhouse.
Yep.
And that's where we left off last time. The Idella Beals, who was with you, and also ended up being that mysterious rocket person from episode 1 of this season, found that the town that appears to be next on the train tracks route is Varney Flats. And that's where we're going to be talking about going. But first, we have another toast.
Oh.
Raise your glass. From Vampire 54. Don't worry. That is a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't worry. That is a light at the end of the tunnel. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you, Vampire 54.
That's what I'm worried about.
Don't worry.
But
He just said not to.
People keep telling us not to worry.
It's fine.
I wasn't worried, and no.
now I'm
I
worried.
don't know. Chill.
So, Idella tells you that she had told Brumby to give her a couple hours, give all of you a couple hours before returning. So you spend an uncomfortable amount of time just sitting around in this station where this man was alive yesterday, but is now resting peacefully at the bottom of his outhouse before Brumby appears at the top of a rise and kind of takes off his hat and waves it to signal to all of you. So as you head up the hill towards Brumby, Idella is already telling him, Brumby, listen, I know that we thought this was going to be a quick in and out thing, but I think we're going to need you to do another trip for us. And Brumby kind of pauses and he looks down at Phantom, his fantastic horse. And says, I don't know, it sure takes a lot out of Phantom, just making all these jaunts, but I guess he's probably got it in him. We can do it, sure. Where are we going? Not too far. A town not too far from here looks like just a small backwater place called Varney Flats. You need to see a map, or can you get us there? And Brumby says, I think I can get you there. So, we're gonna get back on the back of Brumby's horse. Is anyone going to open their eyes this time?
I think I know now.
Everyone cool?
Yeah.
All right,
good.
great.
Yeah.
We good.
Yeah.
I'll see nothing.
So we'll just say, systematically, one by one, you guys get on the back of Brumby Carter's horse and take off at a full tilt gallop into nothingness and vanish, ending up in the plains around what looks like in the distance a very, very small settlement. So after some time has passed, eventually he gets you all there, and Phantom is pawing the ground and kind of foaming at the mouth a little bit like he's been ridden very hard, and Brumby says, Miss, I'm probably gonna have to give Phantom a chance to rest up. When are you gonna be needing me to return? And Idella looks around at all of you and she says, I'm very sorry. I know that this was supposed to be just a quick errand, but it may end up requiring us to spend just a little bit of time here. I hope that's gonna be all right.
How much time do you think?
Well, I don't really know. I'm as confused as the rest of you are,
Well,
but it's important that we figure out what is going on here.
whatever did that to the station keeper, seems like something we need to be worried about either way, so.
That's the idea.
Dealing with it now might be the best course of action.
If we lose our chance with the Wraith, though, we may never get a chance again to find the Baron.
The Baron will always be somewhere.
Mr. Boat, you have my superior's assurance that he is going to find the information that you need. And he means it.
But it doesn't mean much if we're not there to take action with it.
Well, I'm not saying we're gonna, build a home here. I'm just saying we might need a day or two to figure out what's going on.
James, look, we've got a lot we're trying to do. The Baron, chaos, everything. We could really use some allies right now. I know I've done my part in doing a piss poor job of making friends. But I think right now, having people who have information and connections and know what's going on could be very useful.
I agree. I just wish we had known before we're stuck here now.
Well, it's funny how often things don't work out like we planned.
Yes.
It's all right. We got some time until, that thing happens, right?
Not much.
We'll make do.
Mr. Melton, I don't want to criticize, but I think you're about to stick the lit end of your cigarette into your mouth.
That's just how I hold it sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No,
I didn't mean to.
that's all right.
I just didn't know, so I just didn't want you to burn your tongue.
Just something I've been doing since I was young.
It's an interesting habit.
Ouch.
Well, I'm not going to smoke it. I'm just holding it that way.
And Brumby has been sort of just like rubbing Phantom's neck this whole time and kind of speaking soothing words into his ear. But the horse starts making some silent, whinnying noises at this, and Brumby looks down and says, "All right, I'll tell him." He looks up at the four of you and says, "Phantom says he's sorry that he's too tired, but he also wants to wish you all good luck for some reason. So, I don't know, do with that what you will. I guess I'll report back to Mr. Detweiler and see if I can't get Phantom attended to and rested up. So I guess I'll check in when he tells me to."
Well, I haven't often been wished luck by a horse, but I'm not gonna turn it down.
Yeah, don't just go with it when he starts talking about his horse. Just
I've seen stranger things.
all right. So Brumby tips his hat and then takes off into the nothingness, leaving you guys outside of Varney Flats. But first, everyone raise a bottle, because Bastion Phils would like us to toast.
Oh.
Hey, this is Silver. Thanks, mister. Hey, this is Silver. Thanks, mister. Set him up and dead-eyed knock him down.
Well, now he's definitely going to kill us.
Dead, glassy eyes.
Peaked.
So,
Nice one, Bastion.
you guys, looking out over the plains at Varney Flats, you can see the railroad tracks run right up next to it. They have a little station themselves there, and this town, even though you were just at Barlow Station, which was just a station with one house, this doesn't seem much bigger than that. This is definitely a one main street kind of settlement. There's maybe 7 or 8 buildings there. There appears to be a camp of some sort on a hill just on the other side of the railroad tracks. And from your vantage point, kind of a little bit elevated, you can see now, off in the distance and ahead, some of those spurs that crisscross the plains moving from main track to main track. And you get the impression of how many of these little crisscrossing rails there are running throughout the plains.
What time of day is it?
At this point, it's probably close to noon.
Oh.
You guys got a really early start.
All right.
So where should we start here?
Well, I suppose we should set into town and see if we can get the lay of the land. Has anyone seen any people about since we've been here?
Not that I reckon.
Seems to be something of a trend. We get here right after all the people have gone wherever it is they're going.
Well, I hope that they just went on vacation this time.
Well, actually, as you guys are talking about this, and all of you are looking over at Varney Flats, you do from time to time see people wandering out of one establishment on their way to another, and you see some activity up in that camp. There are not a lot of people here, but there are signs of life.
It looks like there might be a few.
Thank God, that'll keep us from having to push over another outhouse.
That's a relief. All right, shall we?
Onward.
And Beals just kind of starts walking towards Varney Flats.
Can I tell what the camp is for, and like, I mean, are they working on something or?
From this distance, I guess you're not too far away, and it's the plains. Make a smarts roll for me. Make a common knowledge roll at a -2.
No, that didn't work.
No?
No. That's a 2.
Okay.
Ain't got no space.
It seems to be like, I mean, it's not a mining camp, because
Right.
there's nothing around to mine, but you can't, from this angle, you can't really get a clear sense of what it is happening at that camp.
Okay.
So you guys walking into town?
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't look much better close up. It looks like a place. Every now and then you catch sight of a building. There appears to be a nice-looking hotel, 2 stories, that advertises itself as the Palace. There appears to be a couple saloons, but everything looks like it maybe once had a little bit more going on than it does now. You get the feeling that the town is kind of sliding into disrepair. And as you walk down the main street, every now and then someone will walk out of a building and kind of look at all of you and just kind of throw you a curious, quizzical look before going about their business. But one gentleman kind of does hail you. Excuse me, are you folks lost?
Why would you think we were lost?
Well, it's just I didn't hear a train come in, and you're not from here, so I assume maybe you were lost.
No, we rode in. We're here on a carriage, and they dropped us off at the edge of town, and we came on in just to rest our feet for a little while.
What kind of road was the carriage on out here?
A rather bumpy one, that's for sure.
Make a persuade roll for me.
All right.
You weren't very good at that.
I know, I'm not good at persuade. Well, I did roll a 1, but I rolled a 3 plus 4.
So a 7?
Yes.
Okay. You good with that?
Yeah, I rolled a 7. I'll
Okay.
keep it.
I rolled a 1. Yeah, I imagine it would be bumpy. Not really much of a well-traveled path around here that I'm aware of.
If I'm being honest with you, I think the coachman went a little off the path we were trying to go on.
I'd say. Well, doesn't sound like any kind of carriage company I'd want to travel with.
Well, we stopped traveling with them, which is why we're here right now.
Well, welcome, I suppose. Are you passing through? Are you looking to get transportation?
Well, we thought we might just relieve ourselves here in town first, since we just got here.
Well, we got outhouses and...
That's not what I meant.
I don't.
Oh. Passing through, of sorts, sure.
Tell you what, is there somewhere we can sit down and have ourselves a drink, perhaps get a little bit of hot food?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's the Palace. That's a nicer place. It's a good place as any.
Just a regular palace? Doesn't have a color?
No, it's called the palace. Should it have a color?
It's just a palace. How?
Just a little, you know,
Should that,
maybe.
We'll
is that
go
a thing I'm not aware of?
there. Which can we? I assume we can see it.
Yeah, I mean there are.
There's just one castle off. In
Let
the
me see. It's not a castle. It's called
it's
that.
It's a European castle.
They like
That's
calling
called a
places.
palace.
They call,
It's
like
the
calling
Taj
it a
Mahal.
castle.
Let me. I'm just gonna pull up. Don't worry about
It's
seeing this
Versailles.
chat. This is just for their reference. This is the sum
Linda
total
Hall.
of the area
It
you are
flipped.
in.
It's a flip.
Oh, it flipped. Oh no.
Flippity, flip, flip.
This is the sum total of the sideways area you are in.
Whoa, everything's sideways.
It's very small. There's
It's
just
so- wait,
some
it's
buildings,
so side-
and that's all.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't mind my asking, what is it you do around these here parts in Varney Flats?
Not a lot anymore, but thankfully we got the buffalo hunters set up camp over there. Now Mayor Varney ain't so much a fan of them, but you know, they're rough customers. Don't bring a very respectable element to the town. He's all about respect, but they do spend their money, and that's largely what we appreciate, because ain't a whole lot of other people here spending coin. So we kind of started to restructure ourselves around the skin trade.
You said they were,
Thank you very much for the tip.
they were
Lindsay.
rough fellows? They giving you trouble?
Well, you know, not if you stay out of their way. And they get too much to drink, they can get a bit rowdy. They're just unsavory sort of people.
Oh.
Well, sir, I'm sorry. How rude of me. I don't think I picked up your name.
Oh, don't worry about it. Not often that I meet new people, and that's why I'm stalling for time, because I seem to have even forgotten my name right now. Oh, there it is, Clifton Hennessy.
Well, Clifton, do you have any idea when the next train is going to be coming through town? If we were to want to maybe get our way more towards Denver.
It should be a...
Jay Matthews.
You rolled a D100.
Jay Matthews 85. Thank you very much for the tip.
Tip.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that does
awesome.
look like a D100 roll. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
There should be a Black River train come through later today. You could maybe arrange passage on that. And at this point, Beale speaks up and says, no, that's not necessary. We're going to probably take a little time to recuperate from our very bouncy carriage ride before we arrange passage on a train.
Thanks for 50 bits, Beacon.
Thank you, Beacon.
Is Beale still wearing like a jetpack? Or like, did she take it off?
She's kind of carrying it with her.
Oh, okay.
And when she carries it and has the straps wrapped around it, it looks just sort of like a satchel of some kind. It doesn't
Great.
look super ostentatious.
It's not Rocket Man-y until it's all
Exactly.
strapped
On that note, who is carrying the box? Because you
right.
did specifically say you're bringing that with you.
It's probably me.
It's probably Hal. Yep, it's probably Hal. So
Oh, that
I'll say
friggin' box.
you've probably tied some rope around it and fashioned yourself a crude kind of like backpack strap
sure.
thing in
Yeah.
order to hold it.
And I have brawny, so I can carry
Yeah,
a
it's
ton.
No problem for you to
Great.
have that lugged around in your bag. It's not super heavy. It's just bulky and unwieldy.
Uncomfortable, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend the palace. I mean, you could always stay at Kirby's hotel, but not quite as nice.
That's all right.
Yeah, just
Well, we won't be around for long. We just need someone to rest up a little bit.
that's pretty much all this is. There ain't a lot to see here in Varney Flats. Anyways, I should be about my business. Good day to you.
Well, Cliff, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. And he just kind of like wanders away and throws a glance back at you all over his shoulder.
So should we be trying to talk to more folks here to find out if they've seen anything unusual?
Maybe.
As far as I can
Doesn't
tell.
really seem that unusual here to me. It just seems like a backwater.
Yeah, what exactly are we looking for here?
Everyone make a notice roll for me.
Ooh, notice.
Oh, yeah.
I found an 8.
Nice.
I got a 5.
5?
13.
So a 13?
3.
A 3.
11.
11.
5.
5. Okay.
Sky's blue.
Wow, I feel like Rosaline does not historically do super well on notice rolls.
Well, I have a D4 in notice.
Oh,
Also,
that's probably why.
she's still not all there. So
Yeah,
it
it's
works
still a
out.
bit shook. So you all, as you're looking around, talking to Beals and just trying to see if there does appear to be anything unusual happening in this town, you see that everyone but Rosaline, I guess, sees that there is a man who appears to be standing on the front steps of what looks like a somewhat shabby marshal's office that is eyeing you all intently. He looks sort of like a reedy, kind of gangly man. Looks more like a scholar than any sort of marshal that you've seen. Anyone else clocking that gentleman over there who's giving us an eye?
I'm amazed at how much we have a penchant to walk into a town and immediately get on the wrong side of the law.
Is that something that is a habit of your group?
Not that I know of.
Well, you haven't been with us as long as the rest.
Oh.
So that man appears to have noticed you guys, noticing him, and then looking around like you didn't notice him. And as you're casting furtive glances over to him, he starts kind of waving to you.
Well,
I'm gonna wave back and just give him like a nice howdy.
And then he just kind of like gets down off the front porch of the marshal's office and comes hustling over. Howdy, folks. What brings you all to town?
We're just passing through. Actually.
Oh, yes. I saw you talking to Clifton. He gave you the lay of the land.
Yes, he did a bit. And who are you?
Forgive me, my manners. My name is Marshall Parrish. Pleasure to meet you. You are?
Rosalie.
Charmed? Sure.
Gabriel, please.
Gabriel, nice to meet you.
Charmed.
Howell Melton.
Howell Melton.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Well, it's a very, very firm handshake. And hello?
James spoke.
James spoke. Nice to meet you as well. You have very stern eyes. And you are? And he shakes Beal's hand, and Beals just kind of looks at him and offers her hand and says, Beals. Beals, I see, yes. You all seem like capable individuals.
What is it? Are you getting at something?
Is it obvious?
It's just a bit of a strange thing to say to someone you just met.
Well, it's not often that we have folks wandering through here, and very, very rarely that they seem as capable as the five of you.
And what might you need capable people for?
And you notice at this point he starts looking around as though he's like making sure that no one is listening. Perhaps the five of you could join me over by the marshal's office, and I can tell you.
Why not?
All right, he kind of adjusts his glasses on his hooked nose and just kind of hustles over to the marshal's office and turns around and waits for all of you. But as you head over, let's all raise a glass.
Ooh!
J. Matthews 85 would like us to toast. Here's hoping the party doesn't get 86th. Here's hoping the party doesn't get 86th. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you very much, J. Matthews 85.
Change his name tonight to J. Matthews 86.
There it is. He didn't really, but we all checked.
Yeah.
We all checked. So you guys are joining him over on the...
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Sorry, I just don't feel comfortable discussing this out in the open right now. I have a tiny bit of a problem. I got a murderer here in jail, and ordinarily I wouldn't worry too much about him. Just a buffalo hunter by the name of Scrags or Nags. Sorry, my nerves. But he's probably going to swing when the circuit judge comes around next week. But I've been getting a bit of an ugly vibe from the folks in town, and I think they might try and attend to the business early, if you catch my meaning.
Well, if they plan on attending to the business in the next day or so, perhaps we can help, but I don't know if we have the luxury of staying around here for a full week.
Well, honestly, I'm surprised they ain't already tried. I'm normally just a deputy here. Marshal McBride, if he were here, they wouldn't even try and attempt anything, but he went out to investigate some missing farmers around here in the area, and he ain't returned since yesterday. So it falls to me, it seems, to keep the peace, and I ain't exactly the most imposing individual, and I'm worried what might happen if things turn ugly.
Well, where have you got this killer stored at the moment?
He's back in a holding cell.
Who is it that he murdered?
The list is fairly long. Nobody here in town, just leaves a trail of bodies around him. You meet him, he's the type for it.
Well, sounds like someone we should meet if we know how to protect him.
At least also get an idea of what sort of accommodations you have put him in.
Well, listen, I ain't asking you to protect nobody that you ain't worth protecting. I just want perhaps your aid in upholding the law.
Of course, but we'd still like to maybe speak with him, see what kind of person this is, just in case.
I gotta tell you, he ain't somebody worth speaking to, but you're more than welcome to. Listen, I'm be more than willing to split the bounty for this individual, as I am ineligible to collect for your help. I could even temporarily deputize you if you'd like.
That's all right.
Oh, okay. He seems a bit disappointed that you don't want to do that. It's just the mayor is concerned about our town's respectability, and he feels the buffalo hunters don't really add to it. So I think he's going to try and make an example of Nags.
James, maybe we shouldn't throw off the vestiges of authority too easily. Being deputized when no one knows who we are in this town might be somewhat of a useful position to hold.
Very good point. Very good point.
And you were already a deputy once, so I mean, wouldn't be too hard for you to take up.
I
How?
think that's the point, Howell.
Just saying.
Now,
Beals is just kind of standing back with her arms crossed, just watching this guy.
now, son, how long you been in law enforcement?
Maybe a few months.
Few months. And who brought in this Nags?
Well, that'd be Marshal McBride. He's a pretty impressive lawman.
Where's McBride happen to be right now?
He went missing.
As I said,
Oh,
not
sorry, there's a lot of
necessarily missing.
information
He's gonna be back. He just ain't back yet, and it's taken much longer than he said.
He sent you word he's coming back?
Not exactly. He just said he was gonna ride out and check on a neighboring farm, and I imagine he just got detained. When McBride says he's gonna do something, he does it.
Well, let's not count on him making his way back any time soon.
Why?
There's all sorts of things that could happen out on neighboring farms. For all we know, his horse could have broken its leg and it could be stuck out there.
There's no reason to worry the man.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just saying there's plenty of reasons he could be out there. Let's act for now as though what we have here is what we have.
Right.
All right. So, will you help me? Beals just kind of looks at all of you and raises an eyebrow and kind of shrugs.
You want us to just stay here and protect the man, or do you want us to take him somewhere?
Just for the night. Just for the night. Marshall will be back tomorrow. Positively.
You said you'd split the bounty with us.
Yes.
I mean, it's a little bit of extra cash.
I'm not against some good, honest work every now and again. How about you?
Yes. Hard to find more honest work than being a deputy.
Well, sounds like we're all deputies for a day or two.
All right.
Oh, one moment. Let me make this official. And he runs into his office and comes out with a Bible.
As he goes in, I kind of want to go to Bogue and be like, Bogue, I think both of us know this man has no idea what he's doing.
I'm 100% behind helping him. Every time law comes into town, especially new law, that tends to create more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
If people find out that 5 strangers just came into town and were suddenly deputized.
Yeah, I imagine that could lead to all sorts of disastrous consequences, couldn't it, James?
Hey,
That's not helping.
look, we haven't
Just
been
agreeing
attacked.
with your friend.
We haven't been attacked by bandits and demanded to be hog-tied and thrown into the middle of town yet, so I think we are doing pretty well for our own record.
Plus, if we're deputies, we can probably get some answers from people too,
Maybe.
if we need to. Anyways.
Hal, you're thinking straight for once.
What do you mean for once?
He comes running out of the office with a Bible and runs up to each of you one at a time and has you place your hand upon it. He starts with you, James. Just right there while I swear you in.
Fine.
Do you swear to be a deputy?
I swear to be a deputy.
All right. I confess I don't know the proper swearing in.
It's
but
good
this'll have
enough.
to suffice. Do you swear to be a deputy?
I swear to be a deputy.
Thank you. Miss, you sure this is tough work?
I think I might be able to handle it.
All right. Do you swear to be a deputy?
I swear.
All right. He reddens a bit as your fingers graze his hand holding the Bible. And do you swear to be a deputy?
I swear.
And then he goes up to Beals and says, and do you? And Beals just holds up a hand and says, I don't think there's any need for that. We have 4 deputies already. I might be less ostentatious if I'm not sworn in. Oh, I suppose that's good thinking. All right, well, deputies, let me show you what we have. And he kind of gestures inside of the marshal's office.
Well, how about that? We're deputies.
Well,
You guys.
Beals just kind of like smiles at you, like she thinks you're being very entertaining.
Well, I mean, you're not a deputy. I'm sorry, but I mean, I find it kind of fun. Don't you think? Didn't you ever want to be a deputy when you were a kid?
yes, well, authority
Something
can
like that.
certainly come with a couple perks, but it can turn out not as well too.
Right, you are, Deputy Pryor.
All right, so are you guys heading into the marshal's office?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's not a huge setup in here. There's just 2 desks and what looks like a heavy door that leads back to the holding cells. And the marshal, who was only yesterday a deputy, is going through his keys and trying to find a door or a key for that door. And he opens it up and opens up into a chamber that appears to have like 3 very small cells. There's no one in them except for the middle one, which is occupied by a very mean-looking individual. Just an older guy with a patchy beard and maybe nothing but 5 teeth left in his mouth that just looks like he has made it his life's mission to cause people misery. And he looks up and says, "Are you back here to give me food and water, deputy?" And then looks up and sees all of you.
It's a bit of a rude way to speak to the marshal here.
Oh, is he marshal now? I didn't realize he got promoted. Did you get yourself a promotion, deputy? And Parrish just kind of like blushes and sort of shrinks into himself and starts looking like he's trying to edge outside of the room. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I believe we are here to do you something of a favor. We are going to give you the honor of being able to be hung in a legal situation instead of being torn apart by an angry mob.
I see. And I don't mean to seem sanctimonious, but I believe the proper past tense is hanged.
I don't rightly care.
So, didn't think you could cut it, deputy? Had to bring in some friends to do a man's job? Is that what you're for?
I grab
I see he brought in some women to do a man's job as well.
a rifle or something heavy and hard, and I'll hit the bars.
Okay. And he kind of jumps back, but looks more like he was just caught off guard by a loud noise than he appears to be scared of you.
Yeah.
And as soon as he regains his composure, he just kind of zeroes in on you.
Now listen, Nags.
You can call me Abner. seeing as how we're going to be spending some time together.
That's all right. Here's where the law gets laid down. Now, if I hear you talk, if I hear you move, if I hear you ask for anything that we have not prescribed for you, I open this door and I send you out to this crowd that wants your blood.
Are you trying to intimidate him here?
Yes.
All right. Roll intimidation. And because you have an air of authority,
Yeah.
as unlocked by
Use
the
it.
mysterious strangers, he will be at a -1 to resist.
And I am strong-willed.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
So that's a 9.
A 9?
Yes.
All right, you gonna stick with that?
Yeah, why not? I'll re-roll it,
All right,
just to see.
sure.
You have a billion cursed Spanish gold.
Not as
Much worth.
Sticking with the 9?
We'll keep it as a 9.
It's a 3.
It's actually a 2.
Oh, sorry, it's a 2.
He looks out past you, trying to crane his neck around out into the street. I don't see much of an assembled crowd, but and then he kind of readjusts himself uncomfortably.
All it takes is blood in the water, my friend.
I think I take your point. Well, look at that, deputy. You might have done the first worth.
Before he finishes that, I bang on the bars.
All right.
I'm sorry, son. Do you have a stutter?
Me?
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just
Then why are you
funning
talking
with
like
my
that?
good buddy.
I recommend you do not do so anymore.
Are you also trying to intimidate him?
Sure.
Make an intimidation roll.
I'm not as intimidating as James Bogue.
But you still have an air of authority.
Yeah, I got a D6 in intimidation. I forgot I had a D6 in intimidation.
How about that?
So that's a 5.
I believe you also get to use your charisma.
Oh.
Intimidation?
Yeah, I
I
think.
think it might be persuasion streetwise.
All right.
Maybe
All right.
intimidation?
We'll say it's not. So you got a 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He aced.
that's an ace.
Ace!
And then got an 11 -1, which is a 10. Now, I could see where your friend here is a little bit of a rough customer, father, but you're not dressed as a.
No, I'm not
preacher.
dressed
You're
particularly
in your
religious.
not standing out clothes.
Yes.
Professor.
Professor.
Yeah, you talk like one of them uppity sons of bitches that spends their lives reading books. Be honest, I don't find it all that intimidating, so why don't you let the men do their business and
Whether
you
you
can hang
find
out
me-
with the women.
Whether you find me intimidating or not, if I were to put a bullet in your kneecap, it wouldn't make any difference, would it?
I think that might be against the law. Deputy, does that sound like something might be against the law?
Well, I don't think anyone here is gonna be paying all that much attention now, would they?
I think the judge might be paying attention to something like that. I turn up a prisoner here in this jail under Marshal Parrish's watch with a bullet in my knee. That doesn't sound too good for you, does it, Marshal?
From what I heard, when they brought you in, you had already been shot.
That ain't true.
Ain't it? Do you get what I'm getting at here?
What? No, what? He wasn't shot.
I wasn't.
It's going over their heads.
I ain't got a bullet wound on me that's fresh or otherwise. Even this fella can see it.
I think we're wasting our time
I'm
talking
no
to this.
feller. I'm the new deputy. We're all new deputies, and you ought to show us some respect.
Maybe we should all go back into the front now and leave this.
Yeah,
person.
you all should leave and keep her here to keep an eye on me. And I can keep an eye on her, too.
Have fun trying to do that through this door. I'm gonna go back into the, I don't know, out of wherever we are.
Hate to see you go, but I love to watch you
Bang on the-
Okay, all right.
Maybe we should be careful once we're out and the door's closed.
Yeah,
Maybe we shouldn't give him too much information, just in case.
As I said, it's not really someone you want to spend too much time speaking to.
How long has he been here?
Just a day ago, Marshal McBride brought him in yesterday.
And which way did he come from and how?
He came from the east, I think.
Is that the, wait, do we know which direction we came from?
Yes, you also came from the east.
All right, Marshal, do you have anywhere else you could keep this man? A bank, perhaps, with a vault or anything like that.
We ain't got a bank.
Could I also ask what his MO is? What is it? Does he have a way of murdering people that...
Well, if you spend enough time around him, he'll tell you in great detail. Seems to enjoy it.
Has
I'd
he...
rather not spend any more time with that man than we have.
He's mentioned stabbing, shooting, chopping off parts of people.
Oh, jeez.
Men, women, and children. He wears like a badge of honor.
And he operates by himself.
You think he strikes you as someone who makes friends easily?
No.
No, not at all.
I don't think this is.
My instincts are that we need to get him somewhere that people don't expect.
Well, it's not a big place. I don't know where we could take him.
It's not a very big place.
Everyone's going to see us move him. I think this is the safest place for him.
Now listen, there ain't nowhere as safe as behind 2 locked doors, and now with 5 new deputies that seem worth their salt, I can't imagine anyone in town is gonna try anything.
Well,
Also,
perhaps-
as I said, Marshal McBride will be back tomorrow.
Which way is it that Marshal McBride went?
Rode out to the east to neighboring farm.
How far is that
Alright.
farm?
About 10 miles, I think, is the closest one.
All right.
And what is it that was happening out there that he went to the farm for? You don't know.
Don't know, just Marshall had been getting reports of people being killed recently, and he was just checking on those people that are further out by themselves.
Well, as I said earlier, I think we have to assume that he is indisposed at the moment and work with what we have here. Now, if you all think that the best course of action here is simply to set up a perimeter around this little jail,
Bless you.
I apologize. Set up around this jailhouse, then I guess we can go about doing that. But I think that we need to take the situation into our own hand.
We could wait until nightfall, move him then. But
Yes.
that's a long time from now.
And what
Where?
exactly? Where exactly
Wherever.
is it that you're wanting to move this man, deputy?
I'm not sure that we have the resources here in this town.
I mean, we could just take him a mile out of town and just set him down somewhere.
With what? We'll just walk him out of town?
Look,
Yeah.
Just out
if
into
we
the
have
open,
him-
where you can be surrounded by the townsfolk that will
Hell.
surely hear of where you took him.
we could have him, as long as we're discreet about it, we could have him tied up in the back room, tied up and gagged in the back room of a hotel, and we'll better be in a better position because people won't know that he's there.
But we have to get him there first.
That's true.
Under the cover of night. I mean, how much light's on in the city streets when, you know?
Well,
Well, there are
according,
4 of us.
according to the marshal, the night is when we're going to be most exposed. That is when.
NCR Lieutenant, thank you very much
Thank you,
for your time.
NCR.
Thank you for the 14.
That is when everyone will be out for blood.
How many folks are in this town that seem to be wanting to go after this man?
Well, I don't know if it's as simple as that, but he's an odious creature who's made enemies quickly. And as I said, Mayor Varney is the one who's most outspoken, and he's a very persuasive man.
Well, how many able-bodied men and women do you have in this town that would be able to come after him?
Maybe 40, all told, if the whole town were to rally.
Well, I still think perhaps our best, or at least a good move here, is to do a little bit of sleight of hand. There's 4 of us. If one of us were to take his place, we'd be in a better position with him somewhere else. One person can sneak out of a situation pretty easily, especially when people realize that the person in the jail isn't the one they were going after.
What?
The marshal is looking at you like enraptured. You you all notice he seems to have a couple of dime novels on his desk. With covers like Wild Bill Hickok and his adventures. But Beals is just kind of standing back and is all but containing her smirk at your plans.
Wait. I just hear me out for a second. It's going to sound kind of wild, but I read this in a book and I think it might work.
Okay.
All right, so We want to slip this man out. So what if we use some sort of distraction? Everybody in town loves, a fight in the street or some sort of skull. If they're watching that, they're not watching us lead this man out the back and hide him somewhere else.
For once, how we are of the same mind here.
A good plan, and I could see where that would have worked in a book, but fights in the street are a fairly common occurrence with the buffalo hunters having taken up residence.
Are the buffalo hunters folks that would go after this man as well?
No, if anything, people that would harbor him if he were good enough with a rifle.
So we don't have to worry about them in this instance.
I very much doubt it. They keep to themselves until they're ready to spend.
What about a gunfight in the streets? How many of those happen?
You don't want to start a gunfight here.
Well, not a real one.
Some
rather
controlled situation.
The gunfights are never a controlled situation.
Well, look,
I think that would probably cause more harm than good.
Especially if these buffalo soldiers are as rough customers as we are led to believe.
I'm
If
not
they're
s-
believing that there's a gunfight that can happen, then
I'm not saying with them.
No, but it doesn't matter if it's with them or not. They're going to draw pistols anyway.
Maybe before we start making plans, why don't we go about the town, maybe see if we can speak with the mayor and get a better feel for how angry this town is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a much better plan than assuming that there's a place that we can go that's going to be more secure than a damn jail.
Yes, I guess an even better plan would just be to sit around and criticize other people's ideas while refusing to engage in anything.
I mean, forgive me for stating the obvious, but it seems to me as though the very capable marshal here has the best plan.
Which is,
Well, the four of you do seem to be very capable individuals, able to command a certain amount of respect. Do you not think that the four of you could get a town of buffalo hunter enablers to stand down?
Wait, that's it. Respect. This is about respect. If we go around town and show people we're deputies, this man's gonna hang soon enough.
how we walked into town less than an hour ago. These
Yeah.
people aren't going to believe us just because we walk around with an air of authority. Although, that does work rather well a lot of the time.
I think
The-
we're tough enough to have a good enough air.
Probably believe the badge.
That too.
When the badge is the marshal with us?
Yeah. He's just kind of like pinballing back and forth as everyone's talking.
Do we get badges
Also-
because I would like one.
Joe Wukash.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
thank
for
you
the
for the
bits.
bits.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You do get a badge. He gave you a badge.
Oh, okay.
Just a little tin badge.
I'm wearing
but-
it proudly.
I say we go out into the town and for an hour or so and just talk to the folks and see if we can get a feel for things. Maybe don't lead off with the badge. I don't know. You all can approach it however you want.
Well, I haven't done this in a while, but maybe we come at it from a religious angle.
Go on.
Preach for forgiveness. The fact that man's justice is lesser than God's justice. And
Wouldn't that seem weird coming from a deputy, though?
That's another good point. I fear, and I don't mean to step on toes, but I think you might be overthinking this. It's just protecting one scumbag from being hanged for one night. You don't need to draw up battle plans.
We have bigger fish to fry, I think.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
If you think we can handle it, then fine.
I wouldn't have deputized you if I didn't think you could handle it.
If anyone asks if we get into any sort of discussion about why we're wearing badges, well, we were called by Marshal McBride as support. Other than that,
Makes sense.
there's no need to go into any further detail. We can ask information if we want, but I don't think there's any information to glean here. If these people want him dead, I've seen this dozens of times in towns across the United States and the Confederate States. And Japan. No, I'm just kidding. Not Japan.
Well,
You said you hadn't gone anywhere.
well, why don't we just get to know the town a bit for this purpose and for our own purpose?
Well, I guess a couple of us got to stay here and watch the guy, though, right?
Would you not all gonna stay here? I'd feel a lot safer in a group.
Well, we'll come back before nightfall, but, you know.
Gonna leave me here with him?
No, not all of us. Like I said, some of us will stay. I'll stay with you. Don't worry. I'll stick with you.
I'll stay too.
Yeah, me and Beals will stick around.
Yeah, that way.
I doubt there's anything worth seeing in this little town anyway.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like we already saw it walking down the main street.
Well, we've seen the town, but don't we need to talk to more people? Figure, I don't know, see if we can get any more information in this town.
Miss Byrne, I have a feeling that the people will volunteer that information to us loudly and soon.
About this particular thing, is that what you're referring to?
I'm just saying, and she kind of takes a look at the marshal, and he eventually just kind of gets the hint and kind of busies himself with his desk. Sometimes the subtle approach is the best approach. Often if you give people the space to put their foots in their mouths, they'll do it.
That's very good advice she has for me there, don't you
Yeah, well,
think?
everyone's got their own style of doing things.
What would we do without you here?
I can't open this. It's very hard.
Make a strength roll.
There we go.
So, am I to understand that you're all abandoning me here?
I believe my associate here and Ms. Beals will be attending you right now.
Yeah.
And the rest of us will be back this evening.
I'll start reading the rules of the laws of the town, get us all ready, just in case some law thing comes up. We're all deputies now, we should know that.
I think it's those four rules on the wall.
Pretty
out there.
straightforward. Mostly just don't break the law.
Oh, there's no book or anything? No? Oh, all right, yeah.
You'll be great.
I'll remember those.
All right. So you're gonna stay with Beals
Yeah.
at the marshal's office.
Yeah.
Where are you guys going?
I mean, you said there was a saloon?
There is a saloon. There's also the palace, which functions as a saloon as well. There's the train station. There appears to be a store.
Ooh.
There's a telegraph office.
Ooh.
Barber shop.
Wow.
Get a haircut.
A church that looks like it's fallen into disuse.
Do they need a preacher?
Probably. Land office, it's very small.
Can we just buy this town?
Maybe.
Well,
I got $30 on this town.
We'll take it. Oh my God, thank you.
I'm leaving. Bye.
It's yours.
well, other than, I guess we could go to the palace or to one of these other places and just see what we hear. It doesn't seem like we need to do much of anything but wait.
Well, here's my concern. Whatever happened to the station master is supposedly coming to Varney Flats. We either get these people out of here or we figure out a way to protect them. Because if we're going to be stuck here for 2 days, that train or whatever it is coming our way.
We don't even know what it is. We
Well,
don't
exactly.
know if it's actually coming here or not.
Yeah,
I
someone
think
would
that
have to have like meta awareness to even mention a train.
Well, there were people, we saw the train tracks and
Well,
people
we're-
coming
yes,
off of a train.
We're
so-
following train tracks.
And it was a
clearly.
train station we were at.
We did go to the next station.
Yeah.
Along the. Look. Look. I think you're right. Perhaps the simplest way is just to lay low and do things here. I don't think if we start going around and telling people that there's some sort of who knows what threat that's coming, they're gonna get up and get out of town.
Well, I don't think that there's any way we could convince people to go, but
And I'd rather not do that. Beals has walked out, and you are suddenly aware she's been eavesdropping. If we can avoid causing a panic and letting these people know that there's any danger at all, that would be preferable.
What is it that you want to do then? Wait.
I do.
We're just here to wait to see what's coming.
All right.
Well, if anything is coming, yes.
Well, how about Rose and I head off to the local saloon, take the temperature of the town just a little bit. We'll be back within an hour or two. And then we can hole up here and see if the town decides to get itself together and try and kill itself a murderer.
You do what you see fit, Mr. Pryor.
I walk outside with a book and say, guys, I found a book about the history of Varney Flats. Now, the first deputy, his name was Bixby Jones, and he was apparently a very good deputy. Now, I feel like if we read about his history, we could just, learn a little more about the town and the people.
You are right, Howell. That is very important, and I think you should busy yourself with that work, and then you can let us know when we come back.
I'll take a look at it with you.
Oh, all right.
Sounds like maybe we could learn some interesting things about the history of the town. Might be useful.
All right, yeah, me and Beals will brush up, and don't be gone too long now.
Well, we won't.
I'll get you.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the 20.
Also, at this point, it's worth pointing out that I believe we have unlocked all of the story tiers.
What?
So that includes cavalry and
sounds good.
a debt
Or bad.
to
Oh, right, yeah, that could be bad.
a debt to pay.
That could also be bad.
Those are all the
good.
story tiers.
Are gold toasts locked
man.
or?
I believe gold toasts. There's one gold
One
toast
gold
left.
toast! Get it in
Good.
there, 500 gold!
And I think we're heading up towards another mystery box draw. So thank you very much, mysterious strangers in chat. You guys are amazing.
Sure. Gauge the temperature. See who we've got here. Yeah. That's fine.
All right. So what is the plan?
I'm going to use the little
Facilities?
boy. Yes.
Well, just be careful of the outhouses. We don't know where.
I'm gonna crack the Spanish medallion to see if I find something really cool in the book.
Okay. The history
Also
of
the
Varney
ally.
Flats.
So I figure we're not going to go out very long. I say we should probably just like head out maybe to the palace and just like listen in on conversation. Like try and get an idea of how everybody's feeling about this. See if this is on everybody's minds as much as the marshal seems to think it is.
Okay.
And then we can head back. Just to get an idea of like the level of fervor around this.
Sure. All right. So you guys are heading to the palace. Mm-hmm. All right. So you open the front door, and a man behind the counter kind of looks up in surprise. He appears to have been dozing and says, hello. I'm sorry. I don't think I know you.
We're new to town for.
Welcome.
Just passing through. We're told this is where we can go to.
I didn't hear a train.
Well, we came by carriage. We've had this discussion already.
You get into the exact same discussion. Oh, it does sound like a bumpy carriage ride. Interesting. And he looks around. There is no one in here. And I'm not using that to paint a picture. There is literally no one in here.
Where is everyone?
Well, they're at work.
How is it that you maintain your business here?
Well, when the buffalo hunters get money, they come in here, and whichever one of them's got the best haul puts himself up in a room, and they spend some money on food and drink, and maybe some companionship, and other than that, it's just people passing through on train lines. It's a tenuous situation to be in, for sure.
Where is it that the town spends their time? They're just at work.
Well, yeah. Tailor's
alright.
tailoring, barber's barbering. Land office man is working in his office.
Who's the barber and if everyone else is out of work?
Well, I imagine sometimes people need to get themselves a haircut.
And the tailor, I don't understand. All right.
Tailor mostly does selling and trading hides nowadays.
Well, we don't have much to do. A bit bored waiting for our time to move on. So what's the gossip in town lately? Anything interesting? Do you have something you could entertain us with?
Train came through yesterday.
Tell you what, how about you get us 2 whiskeys and you can think on it for a moment.
Oh, okay. All right. Which shelf would you like?
Get up as high as you can.
Oh, okay. Middle shelf. So he grabs some whiskey and pours you each bit and passes it across to you. That'll be 2 bits.
You give
I'll take it. You are cursed now.
That's probably true.
Well, bon appetit.
Any?
When he leaves, I want to
He
like
doesn't.
turn. All right. Well, when he moves,
I mean, he's behind the bar.
well, I guess we sit somewhere that's not easily.
So you guys are gonna take your
earshot.
drinks and then move to an empty table, like across the empty room from him?
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least I
Just
am.
give a shout if you need anything. I'll be here. I guess I'll dust.
Rose, are you okay? You haven't been the same since getting off that horse.
Yeah, I'm.
No,
I just, it was not a good experience. It was just not something I expected. I'm just tired of running into these crazy things all the time.
Rose, I know you opened your eyes. I did too. For God's sake, we're us. It's not quite blasphemy.
No, you're fine. You're already under a -2, so
yeah.
blaspheme away. It's just gonna
Yeah.
extend your week.
Look, I saw what was in there too. And we've seen so many terrible things. Just constantly coming at us over and over again. Well, there's something I realized this time. It's that all of that, it's on some level for show. I looked at it this time and you know what I saw? I saw nothing. I saw an empty blackness that wasn't like when you close your eyes, but was like if when you closed your eyes, there was nothing to open again.
You didn't see anything. You saw nothing.
But the nothing was worse than anything. It was that I'd been right all along, and there was no purpose behind anything. Look, Rose. It was too much. It was too perfect. There's an element of it that I'm sure that my mind was creating. It's just like when we run a con on someone. We let them fill in the blanks of exactly what's going on.
First of all, that is not what I saw. So you're saying that what we saw there, we saw what we wanted to see or what we thought we would see.
Exactly.
Both of you make a smarts roll for me.
Should I make a smarts roll?
Are you there as well?
I thought we all went out together.
Oh, I thought you two stayed.
No,
Yeah, I thought
you
you
kind
did
of made
too.
it seem like you were going to check something else out, and they
Okay,
were going to go try
that's
and get the
fine.
lay of the land
Yeah.
at the drinks.
You really
That's
went to
fine.
the bathroom.
I got
I really
a
went to
7.
that.
You wandered off and went to an
I
outhouse.
also got a 7.
7. Okay, so as you guys are saying that and realizing that you each saw different things, this puts you in mind of what you were told by Star Lizard about the hunting grounds. They appear differently to different people.
Mm-hmm. Look, nothing that happens there is absolute. Our own minds are making at least part of it.
I don't.
What I'm saying is no matter how horrible it was, Rose, we still can make it through. We still have more control than we've realized. Both of us have just felt so helpless ever since chaos showed up. But I'm starting to think that we can take control, at least a little bit.
What makes you think that? If anything, it being something that I see from my own head is almost worse, because then what is anything? What's real? How can we ever do anything if we don't even know what we're looking at, if we can't even trust our own eyes?
After you're done using the facilities, are you going to the palace?
Yeah.
At this point, James Bogue walks in through the front door, and the guy behind the counter says, "Whoa, what the hell? Hello, welcome to the palace. I don't think I've seen you around here. Do you know these people?"
I'm afraid I do.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I thought I was gonna have to have a conversation about where you came from.
Yeah. No, that's quite all right.
Can I get you something, or did you just wander in here by mistake?
I'll take a whiskey.
Which shelf would you like, mister?
Easiest one for you.
All right, the middle shelf. He pours you whiskey and slides it down. That'll be 1 bit. Also, thank you very much, Mortem and Terratum, for the resub.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome back. Yeah. Flip him a bit.
Why does everyone do that? To take any seat you'd like.
All right.
And he just kind of stares at you until you leave the bar.
I'll walk over to you.
Oh, okay. Yep, I'll alphabetize the bottles.
What information did you get out of our friend here?
There's no information to be had in this town.
I'll be honest with you, I can't see this town putting up much of any sort of passionate mob of any sort. There's barely enough people to put together a game of poker.
Well, it's interesting how much people's fevers can get riled up when they're in the heat of the moment, as it were. Knowing he's here in the middle of the night, I've seen it dozens of times.
Well, I suppose all we can do is wait then. Unless you all want to try to go somewhere else and talk to more people. Apparently they're all at work.
I don't feel we're going to get anything from the barber that we didn't get from, well...
We could go to the train station.
He's a man of few words. Oh, I'm sorry. It's very easy to hear what you're saying here. I didn't mean to be rude. I'll go back to,
well, tell you what.
Alphabetizing.
Here's an extra tip for your time from another bit.
Oh, okay. And on that note, Mortem and Terratum would like to give their piece of cursed Spanish gold to Gabriel Pryor.
Yay. Or not. Whoa.
Hold on. Yeah, I did it. Both ways.
So the tables have turned.
The turntables.
How the
Now every time
turntables-
he uses a piece of cursed Spanish gold, it goes to me.
That's, yep.
Nope.
And then every time I use it, it goes to Hal.
Would anyone else
That seems totally fair.
like
Yeah, I
a
like that.
like a drink? Or you?
I think we'll be on our way.
I down it and turn it over and put it on. Thank you. Much obliged.
Yep. A bunch more of you?
There are 2 more of us, but I don't know that they're going to be in any time soon.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Hal, mate. The man sure likes to drink sometimes.
Well, that's true.
Hey, give me a to-go cup.
Kitty cup.
Well, thank you for your biz time. I don't.
Thank you for your biz time.
We live.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
Takes off his mustache. He was the killer all along.
It was him. Where you guys going?
Perhaps we could inquire at the train station. They might have received some,
I'll
or
be
the telegraph station, something from
I
our
don't
previous.
I don't know if there's anything else to find about this town. I think maybe we should just go back to the jail, sit and wait if that's where we're going to wait, and leave in the morning if we have to. Maybe we're building up this thread of whatever it was that left that other little station into something that it's not.
Well, that is why we're here, and we are going to be stuck here for 2 days. So, if we're going to be stuck here, we might as well do a little bit of recon, as it were.
I just don't think there's much recon.
Maybe not.
It's hard to tell. I mean, we could go to the train station and at least get an idea of the schedule here to know what might be coming next. But I think someone already told us it was Black River.
Are you still reading through that book with
Yeah,
Wheels?
sure. Yeah.
She's right there with you. Every time you read another passage and you go, oh, here's something interesting.
Yeah.
Did you know this? She did not know that.
I mean, Bixby seems like a very. He lowered all the jail costs and started to.
Sounds like a very capable marshal.
Well, our quiet, sarcastic friend seems to have taken quite a shine to Hal.
It does seem that way. Maybe it will be good for Howell, or I don't know, as a distraction if nothing else. Not that he seems particularly like he needs one right now. I suppose we should go back, unless you want to go to the train station. I say we go back to the marshals.
I'd like to go to the train station.
All
You
right.
don't have to.
No, I'll go with you.
All right. You heading to the train station?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll head back to the marshal station.
Okay.
Or to the jail.
Beals
Or the
and
bar station, or the barber station.
Barber station.
Beals and Howell are just sitting at one of the desks.
I'm going to push you over an outhouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah. Just some random vandalism.
Dead bodies everywhere.
The marshal has also joined you guys now, and every now and then he interjects with it. And did you know that the Bixby was actually the great granduncle once removed of a friend of Wyatt Earp's?
I'll be damned. I didn't know that. It's not in this book.
Yeah.
I haven't read the whole book yet, but
Oh, it's captivating.
no, it says Bixby started some sort of like art program for the inmates, and that, I mean, it brought money to the town.
Didn't last.
But I'm just saying, what if we give Nags a chance? What if we give him some art in his life and maybe he'll turn his ways too?
Pretty sure I have a good idea of the kind of thing he'd paint.
Tell you what.
What, like a sunset or like
No.
a river? Like,
He looks at Beals and he starts to blush. He says, "No.
Have I come in by this point?
Yeah, this is what you're saying."
Tell you what, Hal, you get that man to do some art and I will never tell a lie again in my life.
why you been lying to me? What?
All the time.
Meanwhile, at the train station.
Oh,
So you guys are heading to the train station? Mm-hmm. All right, so you walk up and it is largely empty. Mm-hmm. There are windows around the outside leading up to the front area, and there is a man with his boots up on the desk and his hat over his face who appears to be taking a nap.
I will look at the papers on his desk then.
There are like a couple of loose leaves of paper that seem to have some notes jotted down on them, like remember to do crap.
Is there anything?
remember to train.
Remember to do crap.
Remember train.
Is there anything
Remember
else
all that crap?
Choo choo.
Is there anything else?
around, like on the walls, or what's? In
There's another map like the one that you saw at Barlow Station. And this man does not appear to keep as neat of a station as the station master at Barlow Station did. There's just kind of like there's an empty cup and a half-eaten sandwich on a plate, and just a general feeling of shabbiness about the place. What? I didn't hear a train.
No train.
train.
I was curious, when is the next train?
What time is it?
Oh, about noon, 1 o'clock.
Reaches into his pocket and takes out a watch. You savage.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I think there was supposed to be a Black River line half an hour ago, but guess they got detained.
Is that typical?
Mm-hmm. Check back tomorrow.
It only comes once a day?
Kind of clears his sandwich out of the way. There looks to be like a handwritten schedule.
What type of sandwich?
It was a brisket sandwich. Buffalo brisket. Today it does.
All right. Thank you kindly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I walk out of there. Start walking back to the marshals.
As you guys walk out, you hear him go, "Thank God."
Everyone does not like.
Ain't nobody can get Nags. They're too lazy.
You guys come back?
Huh?
Did you come back to the jail with us?
I'll start walking back there, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as
Any luck? Did you discover any insidious plots?
You will count on another dose of the scintillating Varney Flats conversation we have all come to know and love.
We've just gotten to Bixby's son. The book is very long.
Still reading that.
Fascinating.
Good job, Howell.
I thought it was. I mean, I'm just saying we could become pretty good deputies if we put our hand into it. You know, it's not all about just keeping people in one place. It's about making them better people while they're in that one place.
Yes.
Well, I don't think the people that this man murdered much care about him rehabilitating himself.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, but I mean, you ever had a prisoner? Maybe you worked with him, you talked to him, and became a better person. Give him a picture to paint
You're
or a letter to
asking
write.
James that.
Well, he was a deputy. I don't know for how long.
I was also a prisoner, Howell.
Well, did you do any art?
I go outside.
Well, did you?
How I don't think you should press that
Very
subject.
sweet notion, Hal, but I think your friend is obviously a bit touchy on that subject.
Oh, right. So, I'll apologize about that. So nothing? Nothing out there?
No, there's nothing.
All
There
right.
hardly seem to be any people in this town.
Looks like if this town has any opinions, we gotta wait for them to bring it to us.
Seems easy enough, I guess. We'll just hole up and see what happens.
Great, then we can continue on with Bixby Jr.
Oh, yes, Bixby Jr. Now, it seems
That
he...
was fascinating about him.
Oh, all right.
is he actually was left-handed.
Do you have like a I don't know, a place where you sleep here if you have to?
There's some cots that I can pull out of one of the cells.
You might as well get some sleep now if you don't mind.
I'm not tired.
I'm not asking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. He goes to open the door to the holding area and kind of like looks through the window.
Would you like me to do it?
Oh, no, that wouldn't be proper. I should go.
I'm not
the
particularly
marshal.
concerned about proper.
I want to put a hand on his shoulder, be like, Deputy, the man is behind bars. You are in control of this situation. Act like it.
He does his level best to straighten himself up. He nods and he opens the door and then looks in there at Nags, who is still just leaning back against the wall, just staring at him. And immediately all the fight goes out of the marshal and he just kind of slumps in and starts heading for a cell. And you guys can hear Nags just relentlessly mocking him the whole time he's in there getting cots. You hear banging around and the sound of him dropping things a lot and muttered apologies and Nags just laughing. And eventually he comes out, just kind of like trying to grab these things and pulls the door behind him. There we go. Now there's no need to go back there anymore. Just kind of sets up a couple cots in the corner.
Thank you, Marshal.
Sure. All right. So everyone hanging out for a bit?
Yep.
Just gonna do some R&R, learn some more about the history of Varney Flats.
No, I'm not going to do that.
It's very interesting.
It's very interesting. Everyone raise a glass, by the way. Historian of nukes would like us to toast, paranoia is a great motivator. Paranoia is a great motivator. Set him up and knock him down. Thank you very much, Historian of nukes.
Kind of thought something else was coming, I think.
That's a great t-shirt.
You just sort of didn't deliver the last word as though it was the last word.
Did I not?
No.
Weird.
Work on it.
All right. So you guys spent some time in there listening to Howell and Marshall Parrish discuss the interesting tapestry that makes up the history of Varney Flats. And hours go by. The sun sets. You guys are definitely feeling a little bit cooped up. Beale seems to be mostly interested in whatever it is that Howell is currently interested in. And it starts to get late, and you can
Gabe
see...
passes the time kind of trying to play harmonica a bit. He's been trying to learn.
Please, grace us.
He's just messing around. He doesn't actually like,
Sure.
but it probably gets a little annoying.
Until Howell starts playing with him. Like, no, let me show you. That's how you do it.
Then Hal busts out some like blues traveler style, like...
How's that sleeping going?
Yeah, are you trying to sleep?
I mean, I think she's just trying to shut down
Sure.
from everything.
Sure.
More than anything.
However, and this takes a while, but around 9:45ish at night, you start to hear a sort of a hubbub from the street that sounds like a group of people outside of an establishment not too far down the street. And they seem to be raising their voices, and they don't sound entirely sober.
Can we see them out of a window?
You're gonna look outside?
Yes.
We should have
Yeah.
bought all the whiskey.
You you look outside, and you can see a what looks like a group of men and women out in front of the not the Brown Palace, the Palace Hotel, that are kind of talking agitatedly, and they seem to have a man in front of them who is very tall, cuts an imposing figure, has like dignified gray in his hair. And has with him a sack, and he seems to be gesturing with it wildly and just talking to them. A couple of them are holding torches. They all seem to have weapons of some kind or another. And he reaches into his sack, and you see him pull a noose out. And all as one, the crowd kind of just let out a raucous cheer, and he starts leading them down the street to the marshals.
Looks like it might be time.
This is it. Okay, everyone.
Quickly.
All right. Everyone stay calm.
I guess I should go out first and try and get them to stand down. After all, I'm the marshal.
All right, I got your back. We all got your back.
Beals is behind him.
Maybe
Maybe
the marshal should be the last line of defense.
Oh yeah, let the deputies do that. You want to say something, Bogue?
Perhaps we can work together and calm them down a little bit.
I will stay.
Mr. Pryor, that does sound like a good idea to me. After all, why should the marshal have to bother himself with something that's really deputies' work?
Exactly.
I'll stay in here in case we need backup.
But I guess that does make a certain kind of sense. So perhaps I should stay here and keep an eye on the prisoner.
All right, I'll stick with Rose and Beals back here.
All right.
All right, so the dynamic duo of James Bogue and Gabriel Pryor
We haven't worked out attack plans yet. Like,
walk out onto the front area of the marshal's office and are met with a crowd. There appear to be about 15 people standing behind who can only be Mayor Varney as they walk up to the front of the marshal's office. And he holds up a hand to slow them and says, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that our marshal has got himself a few deputies. Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, good evening to all of you. You seem to be out in force in the town tonight. Is there some event going on, Mayor?
Well, there is, at that. We are here to see to it that justice is done. Marshal McBride has not returned, and since he has not returned, there is no evidence to hold Mr. Nags accountable, and as such, the circuit judge will assuredly let him free and send him out to terrorize the countryside. So we see it as our civic duty as responsible citizens of Varney Flats to see to it that justice is done this evening.
Now,
and as he says that, a bunch of people in the crowd, yeah!
Now, Mayor,
as he's talking, I want to scan the crowd and just see if there's anyone who's like fingering a weapon or has anything of, you know.
So it doesn't take a notice roll to see that everyone in this crowd already has a weapon.
Okay.
Rifle, shotgun, gun, pitchfork,
Great.
knives, they all are already carrying something, and they're not fingering them, they're holding them.
Cool.
So if they don't have both a torch and a weapon, they have a weapon.
Now look, I'm a reasonable man and I understand the fervor that the old town has built up around this man. But as all of you know, the circuit judge is already on his way. And if he shows up and this man has been killed by vigilante justice, as you seem to be suggesting, well, that turns all of you good law-abiding folks into criminals yourself. None of us would want that.
Persuade roll.
Come on, persuade!
Make it good, baby.
Ace on an 8 and a 6.
Nice.
Isn't that a 10?
That's a 10 then.
That's a 10.
So you aced on the 6.
Oh, you're right. It is a 10. So I aced on a 6.
Still cool, though.
6.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. Okay, so there are a couple people in the crowd that seem to consider what you're saying, but the mayor just sort of cocks an eyebrow and gives a knowing look back at the crowd and sort of gestures with his head like, ugh. And you do see before that happens, there's one like sort of sheepish individual in the back that seems a bit nervous about this whole thing from the get-go, that's sort of fades back into the darkness, but the rest of the people don't really seem to pay you much mind. At that point, you hear from over your shoulder, James, Idella Beals. I don't know that a crowd like this is going to be very receptive to your friend's method of speech. They seem pretty liquored up to me, Mr. Bogue. Now, I very much appreciate your input, but you're a stranger to this town, Deputy, and you don't know these people like I do. You don't know what they've suffered at the hands of miscreants like Abner Nags, and sure, the judge may come to town, and if someone were here to tell him that that is what had happened, perhaps he would see fit to pass judgment. But if we as a town decide that we know the law as good as any judge who comes to visit our town may, then we might see to it to keep this all between us, mightn't we?
So you speak for the whole town on that matter?
And then a bunch of people in the crowd say, he does, yeah!
I point at one specific person near him.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir, what's your name?
I know I'm putting you on the spot. Coming up with names.
Jake, Deputy.
What is it you do, Jake?
Well, I help the tailor.
You a murderer, Jake?
No, I ain't a murderer.
Are you part of a group that plans on murdering a man?
No, we plan on seeing justice is done. A hangman ain't a murderer, is he, everybody? No!
A hangman's
That's
got
right.
legal authority behind him.
That's right, Jake. And what higher authority is there than the authority of the greater good? That's what I ask. Am I right, people of Varney Flats? Yeah! Now, kindly step aside. This doesn't have to come to violence. We merely wish to take Mr. Nags and see to it that he meets his maker this night.
Well, I think you're correct on one count, which is that it does not have to come to violence. I think all of us would have a much better night if everyone just went home to their beds, slept off a little bit, and decided how they felt about this in the warm morning light.
These buffalo hunters must have more money than I thought, folks. It seems they went and hired themselves a educated lawyer
Now, we
to
ain't
come and
under
do
no
some talking.
man's pay.
Oh, boo, intelligence! I don't like people that are smarter than me!
While this is happening outside, can I ask the marshal inside, is there a back door here?
Unfortunately, no. A back door would be a very easy thing for the criminals to utilize.
What, a side window?
Not that opens, but I suppose if you want to bust it out, I'd be right behind you.
Just wanted to know our options. If we could get him out of here while this crowd's talking, I mean...
We might be able...
Friends aren't cutting as imposing a figure as I would have hoped. Are they trying to
might
essay the people to death?
be able to scare the crowd off.
How's that?
Well, we have our ways, but I don't necessarily want to pull that out until we absolutely have to.
Oh, I think if you could do anything, might as well do it now. It's looking pretty ugly out there.
Gabe has decided, by the way, to start transitioning into fire and brimstone mode. So he's going to start trying pitching this from a religious angle.
Okay.
All of you walk up here and ask me if there's any authority higher than that of Varney Flats, and I say that are there no men of God in this town?
Why is the deputy talking about God? It ain't Sunday. As you're taking that approach, Beals again just sort of leans over to you and says, "Is this man just when he says jump, you all say how high? I don't understand how this works with your group."
Well, I know we can hear all
You
of
guys
this,
can,
right?
yeah. Beals is out there with like right behind Bogue in the shadows. You guys are inside.
Right,
with the
but
marshal.
I know when he starts doing that I can back him up if it comes to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sort of listening, waiting, and also I'll go over to Howell and say, Howell, if it sounds like it's getting a little more intense, can you distract the marshal for me?
Yeah, I suppose I can do that.
All right, just wait, and I'll give you the cue.
All right, but I want to remind you, Bixby Jones didn't need any demons to do what he did.
I am not Bixby Jones.
All right.
got you there.
Outside, as he continues to fire and brimstone, Beals just kind of sighs behind you and says, I gotta admit, I was hoping you might perform a little bit better here than you did in Deception, but maybe all the fight's gone out of you, Mr. Bogue.
Y'all got called out.
Shoot her.
Yeah.
He's crazy, run.
I just, I'm going crazy. I'm gonna shoot all of you.
Well, that's quite a plan.
Yeah. You want to see a murderer hang?
Oh, God.
I just kind of cock my head as she says that, and then
She's not looking at you. She's
No,
just
I
sort of
know.
disinterestedly observing the crowd.
and then I'll step out from the shadows.
All right. Gabe is now appealing to their morality and the higher good. And from time to time, Varney just keeps turning around and like looking at the crowd and like that, and they're all just drunkenly like laughing at this point. Gabe, you are. This doesn't often happen to you, but they are not. They seem to be riled up and so isolated out here that they don't seem to give much of a rat's ass what you're saying.
All right. Howell, maybe you have more to ask of the marshal from that book?
Yeah, I'll find a way.
Don't think it's the time to be doing some reading. I
Well,
think we should
we
all
might be able to find something in there that could be helpful for us in this moment.
Perhaps I should go out there and
No,
back
I
everyone
think
up.
that you should talk to
Listen,
Howell.
you got some shackles. Maybe we should go back and,
And then
prep
a
him. We gotta.
gunshot goes off.
Okay.
Oh,
Right as that, very close to that, if we can get all this going, I want to cast fear through the window so it's like,
Just as a gun goes off, you don't even know who fired it.
yeah, because I want to try to get the crowd to go away. But I was already in the process of that. So it may not be as a gun goes off, but that's where I was headed.
Okay.
No?
The marshal is right there, but you are free to do
Well, that's
that.
why I'm trying to get him to destroy
It's
the
not
marshal.
working.
now if you got some shackles, let's go out there.
No, a gun went off, and now
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
looking out there as well, and the crowd kind of like goes quiet for a bit, and you're casting fear.
Yeah, where did I put my
All right.
cards? I'm gonna pull out my cards, but I'm gonna
Like, oh what the?
kind of
That was
Gabe's out there like, which of you wishes to join this man in the fires of hell?
And as I step, I like put my hand on him and I fire in the air, and then apparently
what
a massive
happens?
joker comes out. Oh.
yes. Yes, I'm going to cast fear. I will use. Oh.
I just look at Gabe. I'm like, oh.
Is the marshal still there watching her do it?
Yes.
I'm gonna
pull-
grab him and like cover his face like, oh God.
I'm gonna pull out cards.
All right, if you're gonna grab him and cover his face, yeah, he'll just turn his head into you and like. Just
I'm gonna
sort
cover
of, like,
I'm gonna close my eyes.
You
tight,
cradle
too.
him in your strong arm.
Yeah. He's,
Come close.
He's shivering like a chihuahua against you.
Aww.
Chihuahua shiver good.
Okay. That's a 3.
A 3? That's not enough to activate fear. I don't know if you. Oh, you're gonna re-roll that? Okay.
Ooh, that's
How's
worse.
that?
That's also
That's
a 2
probably
and a
enough.
1.
A 2 and a 1.
2 and a 1 will probably activate.
Yeah, if you add
It
them
doesn't.
together,
No, it doesn't.
It's a 12.
No, it's not enough.
Okay, I'm gonna use that one.
Oh,
Okay.
the table piece? The one table piece?
Oh, no.
Guys, we went through all the tiers and you guys didn't get
Okay,
any
I got a
first advantage
4.
roll tonight. That's weird.
Wait, that is weird. What happened?
I've just got 2.
I got a 4.
You got a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, that is enough to activate fear.
Yes.
So yes, you fire off a gun and you step forward as though you were about to deliver something to
An
say.
impassioned, intimidating speech.
Oh, sorry.
And as that happens, a giant joker comes flying up into the air behind you.
It's gonna be a cool fan art.
So it's it's a guts roll against that.
I believe so. Let me double check.
Make 42 guts
Okay.
rolls.
So no, I'm gonna make one with a wild
Yes,
die.
guts check.
And I'll use this one. Why not? I'm also gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a +1.
Shoot this
But
at
they're
this
also at a -2, so a -1 altogether.
Riled up bonus. That's a 4 and a 3.
That's not enough. That is not enough. So they all immediately stop what they're doing. They see this thing up in the air in front of them, and they just start screaming. And they drop their torches. Some of them drop their guns. Some like run down the street and are like firing wildly at it as they run. And everybody just scatters like there's something.
As they're running, I'm like, I tried to warn you, the wrath of God is.
I imagine
immediate.
we don't see it. It's just behind us, and we're just like, yeah, it's right.
Yeah. All right.
Don't come back.
Where
No.
are you?
I'm by the window.
Beals is looking right in at you.
Like
And
she
and
didn't know.
she cocks a head up at that thing and just looks at you questioningly. And then, everyone disperses immediately. They are gone. They are fleeing, screaming into the night. You don't know how far they're going to go before they regain their senses and come creeping back into town. But that is one way to disperse a crowd, that is for sure. So they are gone.
I like open my eyes and then take my hand off the marshal's face.
Well,
Did you hear that? There was some sort of screaming.
Yes,
Sounded unnatural.
Yeah.
It looks like they got rid of them
Where did everybody go?
in all directions.
Looks once they heard a gunshot, they knew things got real and they ran.
I guess we figured out what was going on.
Yeah, I think-
we've heard the cackle of.
You guys have seen this a lot
Yeah.
at this point.
Thank you for the assist.
You're welcome. It
I
didn't
was
seem.
curious, don't you think? Yeah. Just split up. I guess they were more scared of you than it seemed like they were, Mr.
I
Bogue.
sure guess they were.
Interesting. Well, problem solved. I guess we should all turn in for the evening.
I don't know about that. I mean, we should probably.
We'll
secure-
set watch.
Yeah.
If any stragglers want to come back and challenge us, well, they're welcome to. And he just goes and sits outside, lights his pipe, and just.
You can't help but see Beals giving you a long look out of the corner of your eye when you are walking outside.
Yeah.
There is an air of disappointment on her face.
Aww.
She's not mad.
She's just disappointed.
I thought you were 2 Cokes, Bogue, not 1 Coke.
I'm one
Well-
Joker Bogue.
Ooh. 1 joke's Bogue.
I guess we lucked out this evening, so setting up shift to watch, you said? Huh?
Well, it's only 9, 10 o'clock, you know. Why don't we go check on Nags? You probably heard all this commotion. Let's make sure he's all right.
Okay.
I'll go check on him.
All right, so the marshal hands you the keys, and you go back there, and Nags is sound asleep in his cell, like just snoring
Okay.
to high heaven.
Well, it's good
Okay.
that someone's getting some sleep.
I slide the history of Varney Flats into his cell.
No, don't. Oh,
Look, what if he likes history, you know? He could read a book and maybe.
that was my only copy.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be
He's
fine.
gonna use it to wipe his ass.
Well, it's your book. You can take it back if you'd like.
All right, I'm gonna take my cane and put it through the slots and pull the book back.
As you put your cane through the slots,
I'm still holding on. The guy's asleep, right?
he looks asleep, but as you stick your
It's not
cane through
that
there,
close to him.
as you stick your cane through there, make an agility roll.
All right.
And I'm gonna give it to you at a -2 because he looks real asleep.
All right.
Ace on
Double
both.
ace.
Double ace, baby.
Double ace, baby, then double
And
one.
snake eyes. That's
So
weird.
-2 is a 5.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be an opposed roll,
Yes.
probably. All right. In that case, I'm gonna fate chip it up. Give me that other roll. Not better.
Ew.
Okay.
So
It's a 1.
7.
7. Okay.
Oh.
He rolled a
oh,
6.
Okay.
But I'm gonna spend this piece of cursed Spanish gold. What's a 5? It's not super good, but I'll just spend one more piece of cursed Spanish gold.
Come on.
You ace it.
It's a 3. All right. So as you do that and you go to grab the book, lightning quick from nowhere, he just kind of stretches out to his side and reaches out a hand to grab for your cane, but you pull it back just in the nick of time and leave him like holding on to the bar, and he says, almost got you there.
That might not have turned out as well as you expected.
Oh, I think it might have turned out not as well as you would have hoped, but don't you worry. I understand you're just looking out for your friend. Don't you worry, Marshal. I got your book here, and I think you gave me a right good idea what to do with it.
He's gonna read it.
And
You're gonna read
he
it.
just kind of takes it and kicks it back into the corner of the cell. That's right. I'm gonna give it a good looking over.
If you rip a page out of that book,
You
I'm gonna,
what?
I'm gonna rip a page out of you.
How does that even work?
You want to find out?
Make an intimidation roll.
What is that?
You don't have it.
Great. So it's smarts? What is
D4
it?
minus
It's a
2.
D4 minus 2.
Oh, D4 minus 2.
It's an untrained skill.
He's not scared to rip a page out of you? That didn't work out well?
So you got a 1.
Uh-huh. Let's reroll it just one time.
All right.
Just one time.
He's confused by your metaphor.
That's exactly what's happening.
Bixby Jones said it once.
It's
No.
a 3. Or no, a 2, actually. It's a 2.
It's a 2.
So if you roll a 1,
That's a 1!
He did roll a 1. I'm gonna have him. He just gave me that. I'll
Waste it.
put that in there.
Waste it.
That's a 4.
with -1.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, intimidation, right?
He has intimidate. No, you have intimidate. He's not rolling intimidation. He's
But
rolling
he has a
spirit.
-1
Because of the
because
thing
we're
there.
Oh,
intimidated.
yes.
Yes.
So a 3. So you rolled a 2,
It
right?
still fails.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear.
Yes.
I'm just saying
No,
it
no.
has a -1.
You are entirely correct. I misread your intent. Yes. Hal has an air of authority. It does not make what he said any more sensical. I'm just confused by how would that work? You're gonna like take skin off me or something?
Let's discuss
What?
it tomorrow.
No, I'm not gonna. Ew, no. I'm not gonna. Just read the book. God damn.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna read it.
I wouldn't
Nah.
put money on that man being able to read.
You're probably right. All right. He's good though.
I can
Let's
read
go.
the situation pretty well. You all ain't worth much. Good thing you got that steely-eyed fella with you.
We ain't worth much. We just saved your life. There was a whole mob outside ready to kill you.
Like to see him try.
Would you?
Yeah. I mean, like it's fair fight me being locked in here. What? One of you want to try against me?
Do you?
Yeah. Why don't you just let me out? We'll go mano a mano.
I mean, fighting's an
Don't
art.
take the
Yeah,
bait.
it is an art.
Don't take the bait, Hal.
Be rehabilitative for me, wouldn't it?
You think I couldn't take him? You're my manager.
No,
think
I
you can't
do
take
think
me?
you could take him.
You
I
gotta
think
believe
you could,
in your friends here. He
I
don't
think
believe
you
in
could
you.
knock every tooth out of that man's
I ain't got many
head. Well, you wouldn't have many to lose, so it wouldn't take very long
That's
to knock
right. It'd
them
be
all
in
out.
and out. You could do this in a flash. Just open that door.
That being said, I think we should take our high ground and step outside.
Come on, open it up, or you yella.
We yellow.
Is he standing now and kind of doing that?
No, he's just sitting like cross-legged and just kind of doing it.
I say, we yellow. You
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
I know.
good night.
I read that on you as soon as you
and I
came
want to
in.
pull him out.
Coming off you in waves, Professor.
Can I hear this discussion?
You hear that things are happening back there.
I'll walk back in and take the rifle butt again, and I'm going to bang it on the door. I think I told you.
About time to turn in anyway.
Yeah, I think you might want to.
Maybe he's more music-minded than art. I don't know.
Well, I think you should let that one go.
All right, well, let's set up watch and spend the night.
All right. You guys setting up watch?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the watch? Are you all staying here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is the there are 2 cots for sleeping. So what's the rotation?
Well, we might want to do it in pairs.
Probably.
Sounds good.
I'll take first watch.
All right.
I'll take it with Bogue.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the next watch with the marshal.
All right.
We can take last watch then.
Sounds like as much of a plan as we're going to get.
All right.
Okay. So how long are each of these watches, or are they just like a watch length?
Maybe 3 hours?
Yeah, like 3 hours.
3 hours? Okay. So it's about 10 o'clock now. Everyone, let's see, there are cots there. There's only 2 cots. So the marshal defers to you and Beals and says, please,
Thank you.
me and my deputy will just sleep on the floor. Won't we, deputy?
I think that is the gentlemanly thing to do.
I agree. And Marshall is nothing if not a gentleman.
If you ever want to be a marshal someday, let's be listening to him.
Ain't that a dream?
I think I can find you a coat to roll up beneath your head.
Thank you, Marshal.
He goes and just grabs like a dusty coat off of a peg on the wall and just shakes it out and brings it over for you.
Gabe just puts it behind his head and then bogues it up.
Yep.
All right. we're all bogging it now. So it gets really quiet. And every now and then you guys peek out the window to see what's going on in the streets. And after about an hour...
I reload my gun, by the way.
Sure. I assume.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna say Gabe is not really sleeping that much. Like
Okay.
he might be like
By
sitting-
choice or by...
Well, I think he's pretty still like kind of rushed from the
Sure.
like crowd that's been going on there, and not feeling great about everything, and also thinks, you know, like this is a sleep light type situation. So he'll like close his eyes and like cover his face a bit, but he's like kind of keeping an ear out
Sure.
for the most part.
All right. So is that also what Rosaline is doing, or is Rosaline going to sleep?
I think Rosaline's going to try to sleep.
Okay.
I don't know how successful she's going to be, though.
Sure. The marshal starts snoring almost immediately. So after about an hour, just kind of peeking out the window from time to time, lights start to go off one by one in the buildings around the street as people are blowing out their lamps and heading into bed. And as the shadows are growing, you see the odd person kind of sheepishly walking back into town. Their clothes kind of like cut and torn by the prairie shrubbery that they just fled through. And they try not to make eye contact with anyone else that's wandering through town, and they just sort of walk with their heads down back towards wherever it is they're going to hang their hats for the evening. It seems there's not much more sobering than having a giant spectral jester appear in the air above you and scare you out into the prairie.
We've all had that happen.
We've all been there.
Prairie jesters.
By around midnight,
Worst.
most of the lights are out in town. You guys just sitting up.
Yeah. Well, Varney Flats looks like to be heading to bed. We did pretty good first night as a deputy, huh?
Yep. Found some whiskey probably in the marshal's.
Sure. Yeah, after the marshal went to sleep, you might have like gone over to the actual marshal's desk and just sort of like poked around, and yeah, it turns out there's a half a bottle of whiskey over there.
Surprised if there wasn't.
Yeah.
The current marshal is he a teetotaler?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Whiskey is the devil's drink.
I understand.
Wild Bill Hickok was also a teetotaler.
Yeah.
Not true. But in his books, true.
I'm not drinking to get drunk, but I am drinking.
Sure.
You ever wonder what path we're on? How?
All the time.
Why it's us and not some other schmuck?
Yeah. Could have been anybody else. Why me? Why you? Although it's nights like this that I think couldn't be anybody else but us.
You ever-
Rose wasn't there to do what she did. How do you think that would have went down?
I don't know. Encountering angry mobs is not necessarily something that I try to encounter often.
Well said.
If I could say encounter one more time, I think encounter. There we go.
An encounter is summoned by the number of times that you said
Wait, did I trigger it? Did I trigger it?
Beetlejuice rules!
You ever feel like maybe it's something coming back to haunt you for something you did?
You mean like when I was a kid or something? Like when I played rough with somebody else, or?
Maybe.
I mean, I didn't play that rough. I feel like kind of unfair to come back now for that kind of thing, but is that what you feel?
I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think is coming back to get you?
I don't know. Forget I said anything. Just keep an eye out for more people.
Yes, sir.
He's gone taciturn again. Whatever a bit of James Bogue opened up there for just a moment seems to have closed just as suddenly. Time passes for a little bit, and you guys are getting ready to start waking the next crew, which would be Marshall and Beals. Make a notice roll for me at a -2.
That's a 6.
And you guys make one at a -4.
It's always a 1 at the end.
Yeah, that is weird. 13.
13.
Ooh, ace too.
Ace!
Nice.
I
Nice.
also ace!
Wow.
All right. At a -4, I got a 3.
A 3?
-4, I got a... What's 6 minus 4? 2.
Okay.
No, wait. 7 minus 4. 3.
3.
I also got a 3.
Were we at a
Good
negative?
job on 3.
Right at
-2 for
3.
you guys.
-2. Okay, 13 then.
13?
8.
8. Okay. So you guys are sleeping lightly and fitfully, but sleeping all the same. You two, as you're rousing yourself to go over and wake them, hear what sounds like a distant shriek in the night, like way off.
You hear that?
Mm-hmm. Can I hear from the direction it was coming?
It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna go over to wake up the next crew, and be like, "We heard something. We're gonna go check it out."
Okay. So you wake up Beals and Marshall?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not them.
No.
Okay. What?
Look, we heard a shriek outside. We're gonna go check it out real quick, but it's almost your turn anyway. So
Everything else is pretty quiet, but this just seems
animal
unusual.
sounded like a person to me.
It happens again, and seems a bit closer.
Is it a person sounding shriek?
It's hard. It sounds like a loud scream out in the night, and Beals kind of stiffens, and she pulls her black duster back and reveals her very carefully concealed Gatling pistol, and says, "Nope, yep, I heard that."
All right.
And the marshal says, I don't know, that it could be some sort of coyote out on the plains. Perhaps I should stay here and keep an eye on Nags just in case it's.
Please. Yes, absolutely.
I will protect your friends as well.
Don't open this door for anybody but us, okay?
No,
Well,
Thessalonians.
all right, all right.
Voting.
12 d12s.
Pergola.
Okay, so Beals kind of rummages around in like a little pouch that's on her belt, and she pulls out a strange-looking pair of goggles that she puts on her eyes and kind of cinches them in the back. They seem to have they look like reverse binoculars in a way, like they have like telescoping lenses that go out instead of like binoculars would. All right, let's look into this.
You
What?
can see in that?
What? Yeah. What the spectacles?
Outside. Outside.
All right.
So she walks outside with you and she says, my couple of the boys in the labs cooked these up. They are thermal imaging. Basically, I can see heat patterns, and you two are lit up like a Christmas tree right now. It helps very much with seeing in dark places. So where did that sound like it came from?
I'm not going to pretend I understood that.
Yeah, I don't know much about thermals or goggles, but
Do I know the second one? Did that sound any more?
It sounded closer, but inside of the marshal's office, it was hard to tell. The sound is just coming from the open plain.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been anywhere. Well, I'll step outside and.
All right, so you guys step out into the street. I don't see anything. It sounded kind of far away.
There. Most of the lights are out in town. I don't think anyone was up. Nothing came on when.
It sounds again, and this time it doesn't sound like a shriek. It does, but it also sounds mechanical somehow. It sounds like a tortured, rusty train whistle, and it's definitely coming from the east. And Beals whips her head over in that direction, and she points. She says, "You see that? You guys don't see much of anything. It's a pretty dark night."
No.
Sorry. There's some sort of steam or smoke coming up from over there. I think a train is coming.
What? At this time of night?
There shouldn't be another train.
That doesn't sound like any kind of train that I would welcome.
Yeah, I don't hear any track noises.
Maybe you should wake your friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
I'll walk in and just kind of shake them like, hey, something's happening.
I'll watch already.
No, it's not your watch, but something's happening, so time to get up.
The mob has come backwards.
No, it's something else. We don't know yet, but come outside when you're ready.
Mr. Boak,
All right.
listen. I know that you may think that I've been treating you harshly, and if I have, I'm sorry. There's a lot of hurt wrapped up in those memories about deception, but for now, I need to know that you have my back, and I'll have yours.
Miss Beals, honestly, I thank God that you're alive. You are the one person who made it out of there. I have your back.
You can now hear the sound of a what sounds like a very old train, like chugging out from the east. All right, I think it's coming.
What the hell is that?
Oh. All right. I think there's some sort of train coming from that direction.
At this time, what time is it?
It's close to
a little
1.
little past 1 a.m.
I look up in the sky. It's a little past 1 a.m.
Curse.
All right. I think we should maybe check this out.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So this is the marshal's office.
Okay.
This is the building next to the marshal's office. Pretend it's whatever building you think it should.
Yeah.
Whoa, Vampire 54!
Hey, holy cow!
Thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you for the hitting.
Wait,
oh
is
my
that
God.
is that?
I think that we might have hit 2 mystery box draws.
Whoa.
I'm not sure.
That's
I'll
mysterious
wait
as
to see
hell.
what Tyler sends in. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it's 2 mystery boxes. Yeah.
2 draws from the mystery box.
Oh my God, that's
Okay, I will
Holy
do
crap.
those now.
Holy crap!
They might
Okay.
happen, yeah.
Wow, thank you guys so much. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Box
you.
of mystery.
Just before we die, we
Turn,
should get to
turn,
see the mystery
turn.
box.
Well, I know. It's like, why now?
Yeah.
Why?
It could get worse for us.
No.
That's true.
No.
All right. Everyone, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
Okay. 7.
9.
8.
2.
It was 2.
Oh!
You
My
get
go-to.
an extra fate chip.
Oh.
Now,
If anybody gets it.
we got that one before,
Yeah.
Oh.
so that's
Red.
pretty unlikely since there's so many things in this box of mystery, but I will keep that one out.
That was a helpful one.
And we draw one more time. Yes, helpful box of mystery. It sometimes is helpful. It sometimes is mysterious. That one will activate at some point.
It's never going to activate.
Don't say that.
Thank you. Well,
Wait.
it'll only last through this. They'll only last through the next session if it doesn't activate. But we'll see. I think it will. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or maybe not. Well, I don't know yet.
Oh, and a toast for Vampire 54 before we get going. And this is a good time for it to work, so we'll do it now. Just a freight train coming your way. Just a freight train coming your way. Set them up and knock them down. Thank you very much, Vampire 54. All right.
Vampire 54, where are you?
So, that's where you guys are.
Yes.
Train station's up there. And you can now definitely clearly hear a train approaching from the east.
Drunk.
Rosaline just stumbles out, rolls along the ground.
Rosaline.
Rolls.
That's what they call me in
I
school.
would guess at this point we have maybe a minute before it's here.
Before what's? Do you know what this
That
is?
train.
I mean, are we going to meet it on the tracks or?
All right.
That doesn't seem wise to me, but if that's the plan that you all think is best, I'll back your play.
Why-
Look, we don't know if this is whatever it is we're waiting here for. Maybe we should just stay put.
I'm in favor of it. At least waiting and seeing.
Yeah, that
We
sounds
don't
fine.
know what's coming. I mean, it could just be the train that was supposed to come today and it's coming in later.
Perhaps.
Exactly.
What if we'll
Jay Matthews.
Jay Matthews 85, thank you very
Lisa.
much for the resub. We'll split up. into different groups. We can try and get a different vantage point around it and see if we can keep an eye on it.
We've got to make sure we keep someone here.
Yes, someone should stay here.
Maybe the marshal could handle that.
Well, the marshal's awake, but I think he's probably best staying indoors.
Gotta agree with you there. Are we sure we can leave this man
Clock is ticking.
unguarded?
It's going to be here soon.
I don't think this is coming for this man. I think it's coming for everybody.
I don't think Nags is our issue here. Let's let the marshal take care of him.
All right.
I'll take my rifle and I'll set up some, around a corner or something like that with a visible sight line to the train station.
Okay, so you hustle over here, maybe? Mm-hmm. And kind of set up on the side of this building with a sight line to the train station over there. Okay, where are you two going? Or assuming you're pairing up, you might not pair up together. That was an assumption on my part.
Was an assumption.
Maybe you don't want to. And Jay Matthews would like to give
probably would try to pair up with Rose.
piece of cursed Spanish gold to James
Oh,
Bow.
nice.
Thank you, Jay Matthews.
Thank you, Jay Matthews.
Thanks, Jay Matthews.
I mean, I won't. I'm not going to be like, no. Yeah.
You make the decision where we're going to go. I got to run to the bathroom real quick before things get going.
So, I mean, there are other buildings, right? But
Yeah, but they're further
Okay.
this way and further that way. And there's
I
some on
think-
that side of the street as well.
I think we'll probably go to the back of the train station.
Okay. So that you can kind of peek around.
Yes. And also in if need be.
Okay.
We're all drunk.
All right. Here we go. I'll just set him up there so he doesn't die. Hal, where are you going?
That's kind of where I wanted to go anyways.
Behind the train
Enjoy
station?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go back there.
Maybe I'll go on this side.
Okay, you're gonna go up there. Okay, Beals is going with you.
Great.
What?
Cool.
So you guys have just moments to hustle into your position before you hear the telltale sound of a train coming down the tracks, and you hear the squealing of brakes as it starts to slide into the station and slides into view, and the immediate perception that you get is that some sort of demon has just arrived on the rails. That's what you see for just a second in the darkness of the night, and then you realize it was just a trick of the light. Just the cow catcher on the front of this train is broken and bent in a way that made it look like a grinning face, and the train itself seems to be rusty and dilapidated and barely able to hold itself together. There's 3 cars attached to the train. There's the locomotive, and then there appear to be 2 sleeper cars right behind it, and what looks like a freight car at the very end. And as it slows itself into the station, you all notice that the sleeper cars have no windows. They're entirely solidly covered. And it finally comes to a stop. Are you guys making an effort to hide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, give me stealth rolls.
Do you need one for me too?
Not from you, you're far enough away.
Oh, nothing. Great.
And I guess I should draw 2 fate chips for Beals.
I got a 4.
It's a -2, so you're at a -1.
Uh-huh.
Am I gonna roll for him, or do you want me to wait?
Just wait for him. Oh, you don't have stealth?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that's a 0.
Yeah.
But Beals aced on a d6.
Ace.
Beals got a 10.
That you aced.
No, that's Beals.
Yeah, but you rolled.
What did you get?
I got a 4.
You got a 4? Okay.
I kind of want the attention. I'm fine with it.
Okay. All right. And we'll say that you are instructional towards Gabriel about how
this
to.
is how you stealth.
So
Just crouch.
the
You're all
train,
like, Bixby wouldn't stealth at all.
the train rolls
Never
in,
hid.
That's true.
and it kind of idles there at the station for a bit, and you can see that the smoke coming off of the stack of it in slow puffs, and steam just sort of rising off of the tracks in the cool of the night. And you just wait there for a moment, and nothing happens. And then, all at once, there is a loud, piercing sound that comes flying out of the whistle of this train, and it sounds like tortured souls escaping along with the sound of this train whistle. And as that happens, immediately, the night becomes much colder. you feel like everything just sort of like chilled. You feel the air condense around you. You feel the hair on the back of your neck start prickling up, and immediately the darkness of the night seems to get much darker and the shadows lengthen. You guys have felt this before around places that meant nothing good was going to happen. And as that happens, the doors on the sleeper cars throw themselves wide open, and shadowy figures start pouring out of the train. You guys have just a moment to react.
Do they look malicious?
You can't tell. They look very fast.
Make a
But this
guts
does feel
roll?
like we've felt this before. We've felt things like this.
You have felt
like
a
the
feeling
darkness
like
and the
this
cold.
before, yes. Beals is covering her ears, and she looks over at you and says, "What's happening? I don't see anything."
You don't see those men pouring out?
Oh.
And they start shrieking out into the night. They're not so much running as they are scuttling, and you can see they look like people, but not quite like people. Something about them seems off. And you can see all of these glowing red embers in the night just running around, and then all of a sudden, as they start pouring into the street, tens and tens, there's at least 30 figures that have poured off of this. You see them all sight on you.
Well, wait. As soon as I see them coming out, I want to touch him and cast Deflection.
Okay, you can do that. Make your roll.
By you mean all of us? Is that what you meant? Or did you mean...
I mean, all of you.
Okay, cool, great.
Not specifically.
Because you
Both
pointed...
Rosalie.
Yeah, I was like, that's a weird combo.
7.
7? Mm-hmm. That is a success, but not with a raise.
Okay. So you have a -2 from attackers for 3 rounds.
All right.
Nice, our tank is safe.
You're not over here.
I know. I'm kidding.
No, they just start flooding out into the night, and they start just running out into all of the buildings. And as that's happening, it happens so fast that you guys barely have a chance to register it. But all of a sudden, you see some of them stop, and they just whip their eyes around, and one of them makes eye contact with each one of you, and just starts just loping over towards you. So we are in combat. James Bogue. Can I interest you in a 2 of hearts?
No.
Nay, says James Bogue. Perhaps an ace of diamonds.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Hal Melton,
Yes,
6 of spades.
all right.
Idella Beals, 7 of diamonds. 7 of clubs. 3 of hearts.
Nah.
You want a jokey?
Oh!
Joke time, baby.
Acts as if he had drawn a joker this combat round. Doesn't say you drew a joker, so no fate chips for everybody, but you get to act as though you had a joker this round.
All right.
So
Wait
have
a
that be
minute.
your card. Joker's Wild activates when a joker is drawn.
That's what it said.
And then for no,
It says as if he had drawn a joker.
the character acts as if he had drawn a joker.
Fair enough. But I act differently when I have more fate chips.
Queen of spades.
Good one.
So they start flooding out of this train.
Oh, they look okay.
I just walk up to one of them.
And they are
cock a
fast.
shotgun. You're under arrest.
Do you like art?
I'm here to rehabilitate you.
By the
Here are some
power of
paints.
Bixby Jones.
All right. It's dark out, so everyone's going to have a -2 to their any sort of vision-based things
I have
until
low light
you
vision.
get some light going.
I'm an elf.
James Bogue,
Yeah.
you're up first. You see all of these figures come streaming out, and you see them just any building that's near the train station. They just break down the door and just run inside. And you see one of them with its red, beady eyes just zone in on you and start just loping across the street, half running and half pulling itself on its arms, which you can see are much longer than they should be, and their fingers seem to end in long-tipped claws that it's using to rake the ground as it comes loping right towards you.
Okay. Nope. With my rifle, I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay, so you have your rifle out.
Yep.
All right, make a shooting roll. And it's gonna be at a -2.
Right. Well, it's with marksman. I'm not moving.
You're not moving.
So it's just a. Ooh, that's not
That is a
good.
2 and a 1.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm gonna try this.
All right,
Spanish.
Curse Spanish Gold.
Nope, that wasn't a real roll. Wow.
That's a 2 and a
man.
3.
Okay, try one more time.
Thank God you have
A lot?
Spanish treasure
but
chest.
Yeah.
I can't use them all on just one guy. Wow.
One and a three.
You
Can't
could use them
that?
all in one
Apparently
guy.
I can use them all in one guy.
I mean, you gotta keep going. I don't know why you wouldn't. He's gonna
Yeah.
get them all eventually, right?
Well, yeah, that's true. But
This is worrying me a little bit.
yeah, I know. This is really
this is
bad
my last
start.
one. This is my last one.
Don't say that. There it is.
Well, it's a 5.
A
Great,
5?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have made an attack roll. This activates
Oh,
the mystery
no!
card drawn from last round.
Instant death.
-4 on the next trait roll that is made in combat. So your 5 becomes a 1, James
good.
Bogue. I am very sorry, but the mystery box giveth, and the mystery box taketh away.
Wow.
Well, it is meant to be. This
So-
I
shot-
guess so.
Yeah,
As
that's
what
this,
happened.
as this thing comes
Wow.
just loping up towards you, moving much faster than should be humanly possible, you are taken aback by the sheer ferocity with which these things have poured out and just flooded through the town, and your shot goes wide. And you spent too much time lining up your shot to be able to get out of the way. Hand in your card, James Pope.
Wait, so we didn't make a guts roll for these guys?
I guess you should make a guts roll for them. Yeah, make a guts
gutsy?
roll.
You're welcome, teacher.
Yeah, good call. So these things, just to show you
They're
guys,
scary. I don't know if they're guts worthy.
they look like
Ew.
those guys down there.
We went through hell once, remember?
Hey, Nosferatu.
That was
Very
guts
Very
worthy.
Nosferatu.
Or the gentleman from Buffy.
So
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
this is going to be at a -5.
Good.
Minus
Holy-
5.
I
just a
regret this
minus-
Wow,
immediately.
thanks for
Yeah.
bringing it up.
Yep,
Well,
I regret it
The
immediately.
train whistle lowered the fear level in this area.
-2.
Now don't forget to add your grit to
Yeah.
this.
So it's
Oh,
just a
right,
minus
great.
1 for me.
So that's a 3 plus 3.
Ace, baby.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, there it
5.
is.
Dang.
Let's just activate another secret.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you roll?
So,
It's just minus
Minus
2.
one.
Double
Minus
ace!
Nice.
that was 7 minus 6.
6. So you keep it together, James. What did you roll?
11.
Okay,
I don't add both of those.
-2.
I'm going to add a D6.
Yes.
So 9. So you keep it together. You're spending this as a blue fate
I
chip?
rolled a 6, but it's a -5, and I get a +3, so that's a total of
Okay.
minus. Yeah,
It's a
so
3, right?
altogether it was
That's a 4.
It was
Is
a.
it?
6
No,
minus.
I rolled a 3. With my
oh.
3, it was 6, and then it's a -5, so it was
So it's
just
a
a
1.
1. But I'm adding a D6 using that as a blue fate.
Great.
chip.
Okay. Which is also going to add a +2 to it as well.
Exactly. Don't be a 1. Okay,
That's a 6 altogether. So
yeah.
you are also able to keep it together.
I'm gonna also
You're going to add a D6 to it?
Yeah, because
All right.
whatever. Yeah.
There's a lot of resources.
I got
Well,
5.
You got a
Failing a
5?
guts roll at the beginning
All right.
of combat seems like a bad idea.
You guys all keep it together. So these things, as you're seeing them stream past, they're bald with these long pointed ears, and they seem to have like a face that looks like a shaved bat's. Their nose is like pushed up into like gaping nostril holes, and they have 2 like long, what look like rat teeth in the front of their mouth, and these long spindly fingers, and these glowing red pinpoints of light in their dark eyes. Beals does not make a guts roll. Beals hears things happening and goes, what is happening? What's going on? It is their turn.
Oh, shit.
So let's start with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one just continues its arc right for you, James. And it is going to, it's just gonna swipe at you.
Swipe a credit card. It wants to buy
Yeah.
something.
Oh, sorry, I don't have square.
It's a chip reader, sorry.
It's gonna swipe at you twice.
Sure.
Is that that's a D10
That's a
though.
10.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
a 10.
I got scared for a second.
Yeah, I also thought it was an ace,
It's
but
still, yeah.
on a D8 it would have been an ace.
What is your parry?
6.
So you're holding a rifle right now as well, so your parry is also down by 1.
Really?
You're not armed. You're not armed with a weapon that is meant to be parried with. Or no, I'm sorry. You're not down by 1. He gets to add 2. You technically count as an unarmed defender when you're holding a gun in melee.
Oh, interesting. Has that never
But
happened?
since you have a long rifle, we'll just call that like he's at +1,
Okay.
which is still a 6, which is still a hit.
Okay.
So both of those hit.
Cool.
Oh, those were 2. Oh, I see. You just rolled them both at the same time.
Ooh, don't die, Bogue.
It's a good start.
So first attack.
Old 2 hits, Bogue.
That's
9 and a-
11 damage. What's your toughness?
5.
5. Okay, so that is a success with a raise. So you would be shaken and wounded.
I want to make a vigor roll or whatever.
You want to soak?
Yeah, I want to soak.
Okay. All right. So spend a fate chip. and make a
Use the white. Use the white. No, the red is objectively better
Well,
than the white.
that's true, I guess. Yeah.
make a vigor roll.
Whew.
Oh, that's 3 and a 1.
That is not a success.
There's also plot armor.
Yeah, we got plenty of plot armor.
Yeah,
If you reduce it plot armor by 1, does it get rid of the shaken?
It would. It would work just like so auto
Like
soaking.
soaking.
Oh,
one.
okay. I'll use 1 plot armor then.
We got plenty. Let's use it now.
All right, 1 token of plot armor off the table. All right, so it comes up and swipes at you, and you just happen to stumble back, and at that moment, a man wearing a red shirt, just out for an evening walk, I guess, walks right in front of you and takes the full brunt of that attack and goes, "No, why?" and just gets ripped asunder by these claws and bleeds out. That was a promise I made to some red shirt a while back, that a token of plot armor that got unlocked would be fulfilled by a red shirt walking in front of an attack.
Oh,
Debt fulfilled.
wow.
Damn away mission!
Now the second attack.
Great. Perfect.
That is a 2 and a 1. But I do have this piece of cursed Spanish gold.
Where'd you get that?
I have so many pieces, and I have to spend them at least every now
Can
and
you
then.
reroll
What is the second
damage?
attack?
This isn't damage, this is a second attack.
Oh.
I thought you did 2. What was
Oh no, I'm sorry, that was
two
damage.
hit. I thought that was damage.
They both did hit. Yes, I was rolling damage.
Yeah.
So 2 and a 1, never mind. Yep, I got confused about where I was because I don't get to roll 2 attacks very often.
Did we have blood and guts?
You do. You have heroic blood and guts.
Yeah.
I don't have blood and guts, but
Right,
you guys have blood and
just
guts.
clarifying.
Also, red 2s count as jokers.
All right. Okay, sweet.
Oh, okay, great.
So he tries to scratch at you with that second one, but seems preoccupied by the dead man in a red shirt in front of him.
Magically appeared.
And is distracted. And it just
yeah,
gets
yeah.
right up in your face, and it looks like it's just gonna try and just disembowel you next.
Cool.
But that's all it can do now. This one comes running up to you, Rose.
Okay, can I interrupt that turn?
You can, because you have a joker right now.
Okay, when it comes at Rose, I want to whip my cane out and fire at it.
So you see this one zone in on Rose, and you see another one make dead eye contact with you, and it starts running for you at the same time this one does. And then you turn
I turn towards the one that's coming
and
at
fire
Rose.
at the one that's coming after Rose. All right, so before it even gets close enough, so that while you're still in range where you can use your rifle cane, make your shot.
All right. Okay, so that's.
And remember, you're at a -2.
Yeah, that's a shooting roll. Okay, so I got a 5 with the -2
That's a 3.
there. So I'm going to. Do I get bonuses for Joker or anything?
Oh yes, you get a +2 to your attack rolls and your damage with the joker.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So that's a hit, right?
So you rolled a
That was a 5 with a
altogether.
-2 with a +2.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
Okay, I guess I could roll to try and get a raise, but I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, so that is my rifle cane, which is 2d8. So I will just roll d8 twice. That's a 1. Crap. And that's
a 1. That is
and
double
I'm,
1s for damage.
I'm going to blood and guts re-roll that.
Wow,
Heroic
yes,
blood and guts
that's
reroll
good.
it.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
a great
Chad.
blood and guts.
That's
that's
another
a
one.
third one.
That's 3 1s in a row.
That's a third one.
You need new dice.
If I do it again,
That's another one.
That's 4 1s in a row.
that's a fourth one
your
on
fourth
a
one.
d8.
On a D8. 4 1s in a row.
All right. Oh man, I only have 2. That's it. I'm out of cursed Spanish gold.
I want you guys to know, I am far from out of cursed Spanish
Oh, I
gold
know
back
you
here.
are. Oh, I know you are because everyone else here has got a pocket.
Can we share these then with them?
Okay,
Maybe.
that one's a 4.
Yay!
I
okay.
rolled a 4 on
That's
that
how many
one.
ones you rolled.
And then I rolled a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. All right.
Does that do damage?
You fire a shot at it as it comes. Right. Actually, you add 2 to it.
Oh, 9.
Hooray!
Because of the Joker.
Hooray!
So you fire at it, and you see it. The bullet kind of strike it in the side, and it kind of spins out, and then just kind of turns around and shakes its head and looks at both of you. It seems a little bit shaken by that.
Would you say it's literally shaking?
I would say it is literally shaken.
Oh, wonderful.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn before it completes its turn?
I can't really do anything else. Can I? I guess I could move.
You could move.
But I'm not going to move away from Rose.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'll stay there.
So count that as 1 round off of your deflection. And remember, you can choose to maintain that by spending extra
Right.
power points. All right, so it was interrupted in its dead run towards Rosaline by being shot in the side. It continues over loping towards Rosaline. It doesn't stop, but it seems too dazed to be able to get its bearings right
I am
now.
going to attack it. First strike.
All right, yep.
Okay. So.
Bixby,
Hit it with your knife.
I'm gonna. Wait, do I still have a D8?
Read
in
this book. It's much better.
Did you write that? Wow.
Hey guys,
All
heads
right.
up. We're gonna run long.
Yes, ace.
Oh, ace on the 8.
So that's 12, right?
On the attack roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have anywhere to be tomorrow.
Me neither. So 12 damage.
I have a show.
Yes.
Or was that your fighting roll?
You guys
That
don't
was
have
my
it.
fighting roll.
Fighting roll is a 12. Okay, that's -2 because of the darkness, so it's a 10.
Oh,
But it does still hit.
wait. Oh, I got confused. Yes. Awesome. Okay.
Roll damage.
So darkness still affects melee?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Are we attacking the darkness?
You're not attacking the darkness, you're attacking in the darkness.
I cast magic missile.
A 1 and a 2.
4 damage.
All right. So yeah, that is not enough damage.
You sure you don't want to re-roll that
Don't do-
damage?
You
Look
slash
at all
at it
these!
Yeah.
and tear
I'll do
some of
one
the.
time.
Okay.
Just give it a try!
Hey, a 5.
5, 6, 7!
Yep. 7. Wait, 8.
8 damage. You slash at it and try and cut it, but your knife gets tangled up in the sleeve of whatever this black flowing thing that it's wearing, and you feel it just kind of slice through nothing.
No!
All right,
Wow.
I really should have taken smite.
Gabe. This one comes running up at you.
It
And
has
it's
a
gonna
minus
make-
2.
2 attacks.
Why?
Because
it
I
gets
cast
to.
deflection on him.
Deflection.
Oh, deflection.
Oh yeah,
All right.
it has a -2. That's right.
Come on.
That's a 1 and a 4.
Yes.
And I'm making 2 rolls at the same time, so I would have to spend 2 things to re-roll each of those. So I will.
Because he's rich. Whoa.
Oh,
that's,
no!
okay,
8 and a
it-
6.
on a
okay,
D8. On
so
a D8. Or-
yes, on
yeah,
a D10.
D10, sorry.
So does a 4 hit you?
Toughness?
Parry.
No.
All right, and you have your cane, so
I have
that
a
is
5 parry.
technically a cane and a gun because it's a weird science thing. So that.
Yep.
However, a 6 will hit you.
No, I've
Well,
got an
he's-
8. I'm lying.
But a second ago.
Persuade roll!
Yeah. Okay. That is 11 points of damage.
Hey, that's what I had. Blurp.
Okay,
What's your toughness?
so wait, there's the -2 already took effect
Yes.
for the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, my toughness is a 5.
Okay, so that is a success with 1 raise. So you
With
would
1
be shaken
raise.
and wounded.
Okay, I'm going to soak.
Okay. Make your vigor roll.
Vigor roll. Come on, roll good. 5.
5. Okay, that is enough to soak. So you soak the wound and the shaken. So it comes up and swipes at you with one hand, but some sort of strange, like, sudden gust of wind blows its hand to the side. But it comes around with another one and rakes it up right at the front of your shirt.
Dang straight.
And at first you think it's just raked a deep gash into the front of you, but then you check really briefly and realize it just got your shirt. Howl, this one comes running up for you,
All right.
and it's going to attack you.
All right. Does it get a -2 because it's attacking the darkness?
No,
What?
these guys do not get a -2 for attacking in the darkness. So Howl, what is your parry?
Oh man.
It is 8.
8. Okay, so the first attack goes wide. The second one strikes home.
What?
An
My
8
house-
to 7. Ooh.
My house is already burnt down.
That's an ace on the D4.
Oh,
Son of a... It's another
double
ace!
A3D4.
Okay,
2 aces
that's
and 2.
13 damage. What's your toughness?
It's an 8.
Okay, so that is
Wait, it's a 7, sorry.
that's a success with a raise. So
Cool.
you would be shaken and wounded by that.
I'm a soaky soak.
Okay. Make your vigor roll.
Oh man, we're blowing through these
Right. Yeah, we sure.
And as this thing is up here, like just savagely attacking you, Beals is freaking out. She's going, "How? What's happening? I can't see anything."
Great, yeah. Well, that's terrible. That's a 2 and a 1. Wait, vigor? No, I don't add anything to that. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Cool, that's a 6.
All right, that is enough to soak it. So
Okay.
you are not shaken or wounded.
Great.
It again kind of gets caught in the fabric of your shirt as you turn.
Okay, and you said
Beals has no idea what's going on. She's like, "What is happening?"
a 1 attack did miss me though, right?
One attack missed you.
So I'm gonna counterattack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Okay.
Counterattack, it's a -2, so it's a -4 because of the darkness.
If your counterattack is at a -2, yes, it would be at a -4.
Great, okay. So that is this and this. That's a
an ace.
That's
double
an ace on a
ace.
D12
Nice.
and on a D6. That's a
what we
pretty good
needed.
ace.
Man.
That's what we needed, baby.
Yeah.
So that is 22. -4.
So 22 minus 4?
Yeah.
12
18 minus 4 by my
6 is
count,
18.
right?
12 plus 6 is 18.
12 plus 10.
No, you don't add the dice together. You take the highest of the two.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not
I
damage
see.
roll,
That's
yeah.
right, my bad.
Thank you for this.
Bishop 79, thank you very much.
Oh,
for
sorry
the
for
save.
the
Bishop,
save.
thank you very
Done.
much.
Thank you.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, so 18.
Yes.
All right, so you just turn around as it comes up to you and tries to strike through you, and you see it like whip around and look at Beals, who is still just kind of like trying to figure out what the hell is happening, and you just rear back and just sock it right in the face.
Yep.
And it roll damage, I guess.
Okay, I didn't know if I could damage
Yeah.
it with my fist. I had no idea. And this is with a raise?
Yeah.
Great. This is strength, which is now a d10 plus a
Dang.
d4.
Yeah, how good at fighting?
How good at hurt fight?
Me, buff.
Plus, you got a raise, right? So you add.
Oh,
Another
a
D6.
d6.
6, yeah.
So that is
12 damage.
12 plus 2.
Okay,
'cause it's an arm
14.
strength. Yeah.
Okay, so 9 shook it. An 8 did not. A 14. You rear back and hit it in the face, and you feel it connect with this thing, and you feel its neck muscles just kind of stiffen as you come in contact. It's a sensation you're used to as a boxer, as a
Right.
fighter, but it doesn't give the way it should. And you can see that you've dazed it, but you don't seem to have done more than that. It is shaken.
I shook it with a 14?
Yeah, this ain't going well.
How? What is happening?
I don't know.
And then this thing runs up for Beals. And makes 2 attacks on it.
Oh no.
That's a 5 and a 4. What do you think? Should I spend a piece of cursed Spanish gold on the attack roll against Beals?
No.
Yes.
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 Yes?
It's not against us.
Yes? Against Beals?
We don't care about Beals.
Okay.
Beals is an NPC.
I kind of care about Beals.
Beals has a Gatling gun.
Did you? Well, it seems like we're split. I need a quorum.
You already spent
No,
this.
it's your decision.
Okay.
Don't put it on us.
That's,
Oh! Ace on a d10.
that's an 11.
Okay, it's just an 11.
That is going to be a hit with a raise for sure. Just one raise. Okay.
What have we done?
We?
We're
What
murderers!
have you done?
You ace!
That's an ace. That's 11.
Well, didn't that ace
Oh,
ace
that
the
is-
Oh, it's a 12.
Double 6
That's a
ace.
12.
Hold on. 17. That's 23. That's 25.
We killed her.
25 damage.
Dead.
She does not have that much toughness. So I am going to try and have her soak, I guess.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So I'm going to spend that to have her soak.
Can we plot armor her?
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
Oh, we could? Okay. I mean, if it comes to
I'll
that.
allow you to plot armor her, sure. Vigor roll.
We need that for us,
should
maybe.
do that. Yeah.
There's like 6 of them.
Yeah!
Oh, snake eyes on
Snake
that.
Yes! What are you rolling
Wait,
for?
that's bad. No,
That's bad.
That's bad.
Wait,
That's a
no.
soak roll for the NPC.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you rolling?
I thought it was damage for a
I
moment.
thought it was
No, he
me.
already rolled damage.
Oh
Wait,
crap.
can I reroll that with my gold?
Oh my god.
I'll allow you to do that.
Okay.
Because you're in love with her.
I'm not in love with her, but it's an NPC. Okay, cool.
No, you
That's
keep
a
in
4.
love with her.
No,
All right,
do
so-
not put that out there.
How much damage did I do? 20?
No, Garav is in love.
Yeah, fan art, guys.
24
Garav.
damage?
25, I believe.
25?
Oh man.
Oh god. 9, 13, 17, 21. I soaked 1. So she's shaken and she has 3 wounds.
Vampires don't have body heat.
And she just she is casting about in the darkness and she's begging you to tell her what's going on, but you're busy punching. And this thing comes up and just rakes its claws right across the front of her body, and you just see this deep gash, and you see blood just welling up out of her, and she just kind of coughs.
Wait, plot armor? Can we?
Wait.
Should we spend 1 plot armor?
She's not dead.
I know, but still.
She's shaken and has 3 wounds.
I think so, yes.
1 plot armor?
We might need it.
Yeah, we might.
She's
need
the only one who might know how to defeat these things.
1 plot armor.
But we could die.
We'll use it in my stead. I will not use any plot armor. I'll use this one for her.
I don't want you to die.
I won't die. I'm fine.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Let's do it.
1 plot
We'll
armor.
produce just 2 wounds.
Okay. All right, so you spend 1 point of plot armor.
Oh, man.
So she is shaken and has 2 wounds. So she doesn't cough up blood, or as much, just a little. And she just kind of like staggers back against the wall of the place, and she pulls her goggles up and just like looks around in a daze, and she sees the thing in front of her, and you hear her say something that sounds very much like nose ferret. You're almost positive that's what she said.
Nose ferret.
I don't know much about noses or ferrets.
And she just keeps whispering that to herself, and then all of a sudden she screams as loud as she can. This carries, it's very shrill, and you can tell she's hurt. She sounds like a wounded animal, but she says, "Get him in the heart!"
Okay.
And that's them. That's their first turn.
Gonna punch him through the heart.
It's Nosferatu. That's what she's saying.
That is what she's saying.
Nose ferret.
Nose ferret. Get the nose ferret through the heart.
We heard? That's
All right.
what we're going.
Who's
with.
next?
ferret.
I don't know if we know what that means in character.
What?
Nosferatu?
No, you've never heard. That's why it sounds like nose ferret.
Yeah,
You've
okay,
never
got
heard
it,
a
got
word
it.
like that before. All right, so who's next?
I think she is. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Diamonds before clubs?
Yeah.
I guess it's her. She's gonna try and unshake.
Come on, Adela.
Ooh, she has 2 wounds.
Beals.
Okay, so that's spirit.
You should use all your cursed Spanish gold to unshake
You think
Adela
so?
Beals. Yes.
She has 2 wounds though, so that's not enough.
Oh. Use all your cursed Spanish gold.
I'll use 1 piece of curse
Yay!
gold on her.
Well, and you get the +2 for Elan on that.
No, I don't. She doesn't unshake. She just kind of is like staggered back against the building. There's nowhere for her to go. Howl's on one side, this thing's in front of her. If she tries to leave, it's gonna end her. And
Okay.
she's like just going about in her coat and trying to find something else other than the gun. And I guess that's her turn.
Well,
Rosaline, you're up.
Well, okay. So this is freaking Rose out, and they're trying to attack both me and Gabe. So she's just going to, like, throw her cards out at this one.
Okay. Are you
Although-
spending points or are you making a deal?
Yeah, I'd spend points here.
Okay.
I can't hit anybody else. That's upsetting.
Nope, just the 1.
Well, she's gonna do it anyway. She's upset.
Yeah, things make sense.
wait, can you shift in this game?
No.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Like, walk around a person while still being in.
I mean, you could, without leaving melee range with them. Yeah,
Right.
she could technically walk around,
So you put yourself on this corner, you could
but she's gonna catch Gabe in that
also
too.
catch Gabe. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Gabe can take it.
And the box of mystery says,
Oh, no.
the next power that is used costs no power points.
Oh!
So the box giveth and the box taketh away, but the box giveth in this instance.
Good.
But I still have to roll it
You do,
properly,
and
right?
that roll is not gonna be enough, so you might wanna re-roll that.
Is this also -2 because of the darkness?
This is a roll to activate a spell.
Oh,
This
so
is
it's-
area of effect, so I'm not gonna say this one is going to.
Great.
Yes,
Yes!
Okay, Ace on a 10, Ace
This
on
is
a
what we need.
6.
This is what we need.
Okay,
You did it.
so
You knocked him over.
12. So
Not the one she's hitting.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is a hit with, or that is a cast with a raise. So you get to do your damage plus an extra d6.
okay.
Yes.
That is very good.
Very good.
That is good. So they have. Wait, am I reading this right?
Could you cast more than one spell in a turn?
No, not really.
Oh,
You can't do double
You
actions.
can't do the
and-
same action twice unless it's like attacking with each hand, basically. You can do each type of action one time in a turn.
But you can shoot multiple people, right?
If you have, that's a special maneuver. So you can take maneuvers that do stuff like that, or if you have edges that allow you to do multiple
Sure,
things.
but let's say there was a spell that lets you have 2 actions. Could you then do 2 spells, or would that not count?
The spell would be 2 actions, so 2 turns back to back.
There's an agility roll here that they make.
Okay. And it's against your spell, right?
A skill roll, yeah, my
So 12?
roll. Yes.
They fail.
Yay! Yes. Okay. So
It's 14.
14 total? 15?
14.
Okay, 14.
All right. So you, in just like shock and awe, just like pull out your deck, and it starts to swirl around your hand, and you just send it flying at this thing. It's already shaken, and as these cards keep like blowing out at it, it seems distracted by them, and you just see them like cutting against its skin and just kind of going through it in places. But it doesn't seem to really affect it much at all, and then it just zeroes back in on you.
But those shred everything, including hearts.
Should I give you this too?
Yes.
No.
No, I'll take it. Thank you. Hal,
Is it my turn?
it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
So the one in front of you is shaken. The one in front of Beals is bearing down on her.
The fact that that happened terrifies Rose.
Yeah, no, that
It
makes
just
sense.
straight up terrifies her.
I'm gonna. So I heard Beal say go for the heart. So I'm gonna.
Everyone heard Beals say go for their
Great.
hearts.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up at this shadowy thing, point my shotgun as close as I can to where I presume a heart would exist.
You have your shotgun out?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I have brought my shotgun out?
Oh, I didn't know you had it out. That's totally cool.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
you have your shotgun out.
Cool.
Okay.
You're just like,
Oh, because I punched before?
Yeah, but that's fine. You can hold the shotgun in one hand and punch with one hand. That's
Great.
fine.
Okay.
You have two-fisted, I think.
I do.
Yeah.
So I don't know how aiming at the chest.
That's
or
a
heart-
called shot.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is a called shot. Oh, that's
At a
right. I have a chart for
-6.
that. -6?
it's a -2 and a
No.
-4, right?
No.
Oh.
It's at a -6 before the -2 for the darkness.
What?
What?
-6 for the chest, really?
For the heart of these things.
Oh,
yes.
for the heart.
Not the chest, the heart.
It's a tiny target. Is that why?
Yes. Now the shotgun gives you a +2, so that'll invalidate your shooting or your darkness penalty. But it's still going to be at a -6, and you're in melee range with it. So you got to beat its parry, not a 4.
Yeah.
That's probably. No, it's probably not better actually for them.
No.
And technically, you're not supposed to be able to shoot from in melee with anything larger than a pistol. But since
Really?
the shotgun,
Oh.
we'll say you can do it.
But it's at like -8 or something, right?
It would be you're at a -6 with
Right.
your shotgun.
But you gotta beat a 9.
And you gotta
Grav.
beat a 9.
Gurav, punch its heart out.
I thought about that. But that would still be much harder.
It would still be a called shot. But
That would be at a -8. Actually, no, you're right next to. Okay, so here's the deal.
Could you punch a vampire's heart out?
Here's the deal. In melee with a melee weapon,
Yeah.
you'll be at a -4 to try and strike them in the heart.
Okay.
With any kind of shot, you're at a -6. Even if it's an in melee shot.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna punch it in the heart. Would that even? How?
How hard can you punch, Hal Melton?
Pretty hard. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch it twice.
Well,
One-
you have a
one-
shotgun in one hand. So it's going to make it really hard for you to do that.
That is true.
You can drop your shotgun, and I'll let you punch it twice.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
All right.
Yep.
Dropping his shotgun to the floor, Hal Melton brings up his fist and prepares to double punch this nose ferret right in the heart.
So I'm punching it twice, but I get no multi-action penalty, so it's -4 for the first one.
-6.
And then -6 for the second one.
No, -6 for the first one because of the darkness penalty.
Oh, I thought it was 6 for shots and 4 for melee.
That's just to hit
oh,
it
that's
in the heart.
Great. Cool. Great.
So -6, -8.
This is fine. Everything's
You guys need light.
Tell you what I need.
Tequila
no,
gun.
don't do it. Oh, it's the tequila gun.
See ya.
I realized that was more morbid than I meant it to be. I
Yeah, it
was
was very
just
morbid.
going
All right,
for the tequila
first
idea,
punch.
but no.
Hey.
I mean, that's an ace on
Ace!
d6. You need that?
Cool.
As usual, it's a 1.
Yep.
After you ace, you have to roll a 1.
Okay.
Works.
So a 7
Minus 8.
minus 6
Oh, minus
for
6.
this first one.
Okay, it's a
So a 1.
Well, it'd be the 8. Wouldn't I use the 8?
Yes,
So 8 minus.
which is a 2. That's not going to clear its
Still
parry.
minus 6.
You can add a d6.
Yeah, I think I have to.
And just, I'll give you this for free. Its parry is only 7, not 9. Its toughness is 9.
Oh, okay.
Oh, weird. I thought it'd be higher. I'll add a d6.
Okay.
Wait, what am I at now? 2?
2.
Yeah, you need a 5 or a 6.
Well, you get +2 for your line. Oh wait, this is just me.
No one but you
Do I
gets
just need
that.
a 2? If I'm adding a d6?
You only have a 2.
Right.
You
So you
have,
So you need to get.
Oh, for the.
you have to
Like a
hit
5 or a
his
6.
parry.
You have to hit a 7.
You have to hit a
Oh, I see. Great.
Just do it.
Just do it. I didn't do it.
That is a 6.
Why not?
Now you added the d6 to that. If you were to re-roll that roll, you would get to re-roll all of those dice together.
Yup.
7. He's like, yes, one more.
There's an ace on that
Yeah,
one, which you're
okay,
going to
ace
need
on that
because those
6.
are low.
Ah,
10,
it's-
13,
10.
14 minus 6 is an 8.
I did it.
You did it.
I've done it.
All right.
I punched him in the heart.
Yes, you have punched him in the heart. Now roll damage.
Oh, God. Oh, good God. Don't. What is that? What are you doing?
Roll damage.
I punched real hard.
I bet it like double heals immediately.
Oh, that's terrible.
I thought your strength was higher than that.
Oh, it is. It's a D10. Ignoring all of it.
Gaurav, you're freaking me out right now.
Oh, that's not much better. It's a 8.
8.
Should I
You punch it solidly in the chest. But you feel how sturdy this thing's chest is.
Mother-
Oh,
You are not
God.
going to be able to get through its chest with just your hand.
Yep.
You're going to need something.
Like a shotgun that I dropped.
Oh man.
Why'd you do that?
You can go down and pick up the shotgun now, but you're not going to be able. I'll let you change that action, but you're not going to
Instead
be
of
able to
punching-
shoot it.
instead of punching?
Instead of your second punch, I'll let you do that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Hand in your card, Hal Melton.
Okay.
Round 1 of this combat is completed.
Oh,
Done.
We're gonna be okay.
We survived.
James Bogue.
Yeah.
4 of spades?
Nah.
No, can't interest you in that. Queen of diamonds?
All right.
How about this? How about this? Since the first thing that I tried to give you was this red 2, which should have been a joker, how about
Oh,
I
yeah,
give you that
right.
now?
Oh, yeah.
How about I give you that now? Now everyone gets a fate chip.
Yay!
I was going to say, write that down because we're going to forget these
Yeah.
things.
Yes, fate chip. I
you.
like fate chips.
Does Beals also get one?
I got a white.
I mean, if you guys want, she's not a player, that'd be like giving one. I don't think she does.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't sure.
Give her half a one.
All right.
She gets a fat chip.
Give her a red one.
5.
Which is the crappiest one? Oh, this is mine.
Yep.
Yes,
For
5
Beals.
of clubs. Ugh. Oh, Joker!
Beals also gets a joker.
Now she gets that fade chip,
Yes!
baby. Wait, does that mean we all get one?
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
All right.
Fate
Another
chip.
white.
And we'll
Still
give her
a
one
ton
for
of
her
resources,
drawing a
guys,
joker,
you
yeah?
know? Things aren't too dire right
Yeah,
now.
I don't
baby.
know.
We've shaken 2 of them.
Got another white.
All right. Rosaline.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Queen,
Queen
yes.
of clubs. 9 of diamonds.
All right.
And they get a 5 of hearts.
Okay.
All right, so James or Idella are up first. I think she's going to defer to you.
Okay.
She's still not feeling super great.
Okay.
You're in melee with a rifle. Mm-hmm. You can't fire a rifle in melee.
Ugh. Okay. I'm going to drop the rifle.
Okay, that's free.
It explodes.
What's?
And shoots him in the
Can I ask what is? If I drew my pistol, what would be? I know I'm attacking his parry. Mm-hmm. But what negative were you saying I would have at that moment?
-8.
-8.
Without light, -8. Because it's a -6 to shoot it in the heart.
Oh, man.
You know what? Fine, you're in melee range. If I'm going to give people a -4 in melee range to stab it in the heart, I'll give you a -4 with your pistol. So only a -6 all told.
Cool. Cool.
That's not bad. You can shoot with a D20. Is that,
But you still got to beat its parry.
Oh, that heartbeat sound is not helping me at all. Okay.
But you do get +2. You have a joker.
Yeah, right, sure. Yeah. And marksman,
Yep.
+2, so it's only -2.
What are you waiting for?
There you go.
Right?
Shoot the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
What are you
yeah.
doing?
Okay.
Shoot it in the heart.
Shoot its heart. Shoot its heart.
All right, I'm going to shoot its heart.
I run
Out.
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 All
like
right.
gone.
Not in.
Like no heart.
Whatever you do, do it soon. It's 11 o'clock.
That's a 5 and a 5.
Okay, so that is not enough. That's a 3.
I'm going to reroll.
Okay.
With a fate chip.
That is a critical failure.
Oh no.
You cannot use Cursed Spanish Gold to reroll.
Well, just take it. How bad could it be?
There's an ace on a D10.
Yeah, ace on a 10.
10, baby. Oh, yes.
All right, 15.
Yes.
15 minus 2 is a
2,
13.
13.
That is enough to clear its parry with a raise.
Oh!
Also, because you successfully shot it in the heart, you add +4 to your damage. Also, you add +2 to your damage
'Cause I'm a joker.
because of your joker. So
Okay.
it is a hit with a raise +6.
Kill it.
Can I borrow another d6?
Yep.
Okay, 7, 11
+4?
plus 4 is...
No.
+6.
It was +4 +2, so +6 actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's, yes,
So
7, 11, 17?
Oh, yeah.
17.
That's a good number.
Do you want to stick with that?
What the?
I'm just asking.
He's freaking you out. Just say yes.
He's goofing you.
You're getting goofed.
I mean, well, that's pretty average for 3d6 actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I don't think I'm going to do much better.
So this thing is in, and you can see it preparing to just rip your bowels out, and you drop your rifle, and at the same time, very quickly, draw your gun and point it right in its chest,
Yeah.
and fire. And the bullet strikes true, and blows out the back of this thing's back, and you see it just collapse into dust in front of you. You got one.
1 down, 30 to go.
Now hand in your card.
I just kind of go, okay. Maybe it is magic.
Beals is gonna wait. So next up is Rosaline.
Okay, that freaked me out. So, okay, these things are everywhere, right?
They
It's
are
not
everywhere.
like-
So what's happening? They are just, you hear people, you hear crashing and you hear screaming from inside these buildings. These things have just flooded all through Varney Flats.
Yeah.
Can I yell out, we need light?
You can.
Let's burn the town down.
How to get light.
Hey, it's what we do.
So,
This is that one time when all of those powers that are just light, and you're like, why would I waste an edge on just light? For times like this.
okay, so
They don't care.
when we were in the train station earlier, there would have been some form of light in there, right? And we're right by this window. Okay, I'm going to grab Gabe and I'm going to shadow walk. I'm gonna take him with me.
Okay. There's
going-
plenty of shadow.
We going through the wall?
I want to go, yeah.
This is her new power she
Oopsie.
hasn't used yet.
What? New power! Yeah, I just dropped a bunch of cards. Okay,
Are you spending
so,
points or are you making a deal?
I'm gonna spend points here because she's too freaked out.
Okay. So spend your points.
There we go. I can't find
all of your
my
things.
Find my things.
And perhaps next time, and everyone be aware, know what you're gonna do on your next turn, so that we can. I'm not. It feels like I'm singling you out, but
Singling me out.
get your stuff together because we can burn through this.
Okay, so I'm gonna take. Well, I guess I'll roll.
Yeah,
First to see
spend
if
your
I
points and make your roll.
Can do it. Okay, 7.
7 is
Seven.
enough to activate. So you have to spend extra points because you're taking him with you, right?
Oh, is that
Or-
what?
no, you take a
I
fatigue
take
level.
I take a fatigue level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
good.
that's it.
That's good. That's fine.
So here,
Yes.
you feel your life force start to get pulled into the cards as they fan out in front of you, and then they just go dark, and the shadows around you just grow up around the two of you, and you grab onto Gabe's shoulder, and all of a sudden you guys have popped through the wall. Since you saw this place earlier, you know where you're
Oh
going,
my god.
and into this front room.
Okay.
And the roof falls on them and kills them.
All I can do, right? Because I didn't say anything else. At
Yes.
the beginning. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you could move.
Well.
I'll give you the time to find a lantern.
Okay, and I would also say, well, he would have heard James yell, "We need light," right?
Yes, but
And if
he's
I'm-
also very confused right now.
Sure.
I would imagine.
I'm not more confused than anyone else.
That's true.
We have to get light. I'll just say that as I walk to the light.
All right, the lantern is on the desk. It's within reach.
Okay.
Hand in your card.
There it is. The cards everywhere.
All right, next up. I think it's Gabe.
9.
Yep.
Okay, so we're inside the place now. I don't have a clear view of any of them anymore, right?
Correct.
All right, in that case, I'm going to look for a lantern or anything like that.
You see Rose going for one on the desk. There is a lantern in here.
Would you say that window actually exists?
Yeah, there's a window right
Yes.
next
Oh
to
yeah,
the
you can see Howl out there tussling with one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say like...
through Howl.
I'm going to say like, I think we've got to try and get to Howl and James. I suddenly couldn't remember your name for a moment.
So flustered.
We've got to try and get to Howl and James. There's just probably the one lantern hanging in the...
Well, usually there's two lanterns. There's one on the wall and there's one on the desk. You gotta have ambient light when you're writing train logs.
Is that guy still sleeping in there?
No, he's not here.
He's dead.
Okay,
Probably.
I want to... All right, so where are they? We're here, they're over here, correct?
Yes.
Well, and Howl's right there. It's
So,
just
okay.
James by himself.
I want to tell Rose, like, all right, I'm gonna try and stop them. I want you to make a break for Howl and Gabe. I'll follow after you.
What are you going to do to them? We can't do anything. They'll just kill you.
Just trust me for a moment. I think I can do this.
Not right now.
Hold on, guys, they're talking.
Okay. Well, I guess I
So
can't do anything.
what I want to... This isn't really gonna stop them, but I want to try and run out with my light and cast protection and just try and block them from coming at Rose if she makes a run for Gabe and Howl.
So where are you going?
I was gonna come out the front door,
Okay.
kind of go around, and then just like...
That's only gonna prevent them from going after you.
Such a useless power.
Not if you stand in front of people you're trying to protect.
I have to like find doorways to stand in, and that's like it.
Well, I'm saying if you run around to the other side, you can stand in between those two and Howl
but I
and
can't.
Beals.
Move when it's happening.
You can move and then do it.
Yeah. But I was trying to give Rose a way to run. Oh man, that's not a good power.
Well, it's free.
Yep. Okay.
Did we say thank you for the subs to Dang Straight and Bishop 79? I think
Yeah,
we might have
we
done
did.
stuff. We did?
We
Okay,
did,
good.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, go on hold.
Okay.
She doesn't need to run to me, so I think that's your immediate threat right there.
Okay, you know what? I mean, I still think we need to try and get together. So I'm still going to tell you to make a run for it, but I'm not going to use protection. I'm just going to go out with my shotgun, or with my shotgun cane and the.
You already fired it.
I have 2.
You do?
Yeah, it's two
Use
rounds.
2 canes.
I thought it just had one round in it.
I'm pretty sure it has 2 rounds.
Sure, we'll say it has
but
2.
it takes like 3 rounds to reload. or
Right, that's what
something
it is.
like that.
Okay, so you have one more shot with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can.
Yep, let's go with it. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell her to make a run for them, and I'm gonna follow after.
Just to be clear, it's just James over there. I'm over here. Beal's over here. We're all over here.
you're over there.
We're
Oh,
all
okay,
over
okay.
here, except
Yeah,
for
that's
James.
why I'm like,
James is fine. He killed the dude, so he's going to be running over there, is my guess.
Yeah.
So no one's. She's probably
Yeah,
not
don't
leaving.
split the party anymore.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were together for
No,
some
no,
reason.
I'm
No,
next to you.
We got minis.
Okay, in that case, I
can't see- you can't
I
see
am
them.
gonna go the protection route.
Okay, so you're gonna run over there
Yeah, I'm going to
and stand
try
in
and
front of Beals and Howl. Come up behind them and put yourself in between them and these things that are attacking them.
yeah,
Okay?
and I'll hold up my Bible.
The one that has that's hollowed out with a gun inside
Yeah,
of it?
but you know what? That's important to me.
I think that sounds great to me.
Yeah.
right.
I feel like the Bible with the hollowed out thing with the gun inside it is like symbolic.
Yeah.
Spend your
me.
points,
Of you, yeah.
Gabriel Pryor.
It costs 0 points.
Okay, then make your roll at a -2 because you swore earlier
But
this
I
week.
also get a +2 if I present my symbol. So it's
Your symbol is a hollowed out Bible. We'll call that good.
Yes.
That is a metaphor if ever I have heard one.
The Almighty knew what he was getting into
Yep.
when I got blessed.
Just don't curse while you say the spell.
Okay.
God damn it! Don't hurt. Oh,
I'm just like, oh Lord, protect us from these powers of evil. You know, just like kind of using my improvisational preachery powers. All right, those are both 3s.
So that's a 1.
Are they though?
Or no, I'm not a
it's
1.
flat.
It's just a 3.
It's a flat.
Yeah.
It's a flat
so
3.
we'll re-roll that and add a +2 for your Elon.
All right, 5, 6, 7.
7. Now, if I am correct, they have to beat that roll with their spirit in order to move past you.
Yes.
So is that where you want to stay?
Not really.
Do you have much choice in the matter?
I could add a d6.
If you want to, but you can do it with a red fate chip.
You're right.
Can you move in between them?
Screw it, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I want to try and block these guys. So
Okay.
I'm gonna add a d6 with a red fate chip, which I guess doesn't also add a 2.
No, you already have the
I only
2
got
added.
that 2. So that's a 3.
Okay.
So total that
10.
was 10. Got
10.
it.
Okay. So you stand in front of them and present your symbol, and the words that you are used to saying just off the cuff in order to present a knowledge of the Bible start to flow freely from you, and you actually see the cheaply gold-etched cross on the front of your Bible that's just made with some sort of like knockoff foil starts to glow in the darkness, and you can see the creatures sort of like recoil from it. Hand in your card. All right. Hearts goes before clubs. But Beal is going to go first.
Yep, that makes total sense.
So she's going to try and unshake.
come on, Beal.
She gets a +2 on that?
Yep.
Great. Oh my god, that's snake
But she
eyes.
crit failed.
I think she'd try it again.
She got this fate chip. I'm just going to have her automatically unshake.
Okay.
She has 2 wounds. So she is going to... she is wild-eyed. Like, she is just bleeding heavily from the front, but she is just gonna screech and just pull out a knife, and she's gonna run up past Gabe and just try and stab one of them in the heart. Beals was a cool character, I thought.
What? Don't say that.
That is at a -6.
She doesn't make very good combat decisions right now.
-8, all told.
Protection doesn't put some light out there?
So we'll just say just 6 because she's got the Joker. So
Well,
just
I've got
-6.
I've got a lantern too, so the sight stuff.
Okay, right. So -4, -2 for her. So just -4.
Okay.
Because you do have a lantern. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So just -4
got
puts
a
her at
4.
a 0.
Yeah,
so she
clean
is going to
0.
spend her blue fate chip to add a d6 to that,
Yes.
Oh, man.
Great. Good. Good.
Come on, Beals.
Son of
which is a 2. So she got a 2.
So that's 4 with a lawn.
No, she
I'm
doesn't
gonna
have a
stop
line.
that joke. That joke's done.
I'll spend 1 piece of her Spanish gold to let her.
Yay! Go, Beals, go.
Yeah.
Yes,
7 plus 6 is 13. That's an ace on the d6.
18.
Plus 5 is an 18. -4, which is a 14, which is a success with a raise. I think. Yes. Success with a raise. Damage.
So strength, D4 plus D6.
Yep. +4, because she hit
4.
it in the heart, +2
+2.
from the Joker.
That's
Ooh.
Ace on
Ace
a
on
D4.
that.
Oh, ace on the 4. Okay.
5, 7, 9, 6, 15. She dusts him.
Yes, that's
Stabs it right in the heart, and the thing just is so focused on the Bible in front of you that it doesn't even see her knife coming out of the darkness, and she just screams in effort and pain as she just throws that up and just stabs it right in the heart and dusts it. And she stays where she is because she knows what you are doing. All right. It's their turn now.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Nope,
hearts
it's their
before.
turn.
Yep. This one is going to try and unshake. Man, they're good at that stuff. Oh no, not at this.
That's a 2.
Yeah, but it gets a +2 because it's undead, so it just unshakes.
All right.
It's undead. It's undead. You guys hear that?
Yes,
I don't know what
that's
that
a
means.
surprise. The other one's gonna try and unshake as well.
These no spirits are undead.
And
it
it
makes it.
unshakes. That was an ace.
He's dead.
All right. So this one went around there. You guys disappeared. It has no idea where you are. You shot that one. They didn't see that. You guys vanished.
Yeah.
And they take off looking for easier prey.
Oh man.
So they head off this way. And they do not seem to be coordinated in any way. They are not working together. They just run off into the, like, that prey is gone, they're gonna go find more. Roll a d4, James Bogue.
Damn it.
Odds.
You
You didn't call it.
Yeah, I didn't. I was gonna. Odds they don't see you. So can you re-roll it?
Well, now it's even.
Okay.
Even now. Oh, it's an ace, so he gets to re-roll.
So this one runs off, but this one sees you and is gonna try and make a beeline for you. 1, 2, 3.
Got a 1 on a
4,
run.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't quite make it, but is running right over to you. This one is going to try and move past you to attack you. All right, so
Okay.
it has to beat your
It's a 10, right?
10 with a spirit roll, right?
When an opposed test of its spirit versus the arcane skill.
All right.
So,
They do not have amazing spirit. It got a 2.
and do I get to roll my arcane skill
No,
again,
that
or is
was
it the
your
set
arcane
one?
skill.
Got it.
So a 10 is pretty hard to beat. But he's got all that gold. He's got all that gold. He's rich. Yep, that's an
an
ace.
ace.
Ace on the 4.
That's another
Another
ace.
ace.
Ace on the 4. That's
Great.
8.
Just you get a 1. Just get a 1. That's a 3.
That's
a
a 3.
That's
That's an 11.
11.
So it is shrinking back and it sees the other one get dusted, but it's not even focused on that. It's looking right at you and you can see hate in its face. And as that happens, you become intensely aware of how close you are to it. And as you start thinking about the danger that you might be in, the light from your Bible starts to fade. And it sees that and moves right in to attack you, Gabe.
It's a good thing he's our tank, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait, is deflection still there? Oh, it's an ace on a D.
Oh no!
10.
All right, so one of them misses and deflection is still there, but I think this is
This has
the
gotta be
second
the third round.
It's the second.
Yeah,
These are just
Yeah,
long
it's
rounds.
a
yeah.
second.
That's
Oh,
an 18 on its
18.
attack roll, which I think is going to be
That's gonna hit with a raise.
That's an ace
Ace.
on the D4, so 7 plus it's 11.
It's another
Oh,
ace.
wait,
15. 18 damage. What is your toughness?
God.
My toughness is 20, so. No, my toughness is 5.
5. Okay, that's a success with a raise. With a raise. That's a success with 3 raises. You would be shaken and wounded twice.
Plot armor.
All right, I'm gonna use. Actually, I'm gonna use plot armor to soak. I'm gonna use it as a blue face. Wait, no. I'm just gonna soak. I'm
You're
gonna try
gonna
and soak.
Okay. Make a vigor roll.
So that's a vigor roll, right?
Yeah. You gotta soak
Yeah.
2 wounds.
Come on, I can do this.
Just ace it forever, baby.
So that's 3, 4, 5.
5.
Because I get +2 for that. So I would soak 1.
Yes.
And I'll plot armor reduce it by 1.
Okay, so you use
do
a
that?
point of plot armor, yep, to reduce it immediately by 1. And what happens as that happens is your Bible kind of flips open, and pages start to just sort of fly out of it. Just a few of them. They get caught by a strong breeze, and it gets in its face, and it can't quite see you in order to connect. And you take advantage of that to sort of scurry back a bit. All right, that's it for them. You're up, Hal.
Okay. Am I still in melee range, or did he get between us?
You're still in melee range.
Okay, cool. I saw that penalty. I don't have a darkness penalty because of the lantern.
The lantern is there.
Great. So I do want to shoot him in the heart with a shotgun.
You have your shotgun. You're gonna try and shoot him in the heart.
Yes.
Okay.
So what is this penalty thing now?
Okay, so you're not right next to him. You're at a -6. The darkness is gone, so and you get a +2 from your shotgun, so a -4.
-4 altogether.
-4 altogether to shoot him.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
It's a 3 and a 1.
We just cannot roll well on our first roll to save our lives.
Nah.
Literally to save our
Oh, that
lives.
is god
Or on our
awful.
second rolls.
Well, I got fate chips actually. What does the red one do?
Adds a d6, but then it goes to me.
Or you can use
Or you can use it as a white just to re-roll. No penalty.
As a white to reroll.
Yeah.
Goes to you. That's fine.
What?
Right? No? Not good?
Add a d6 to it.
so many. So many.
This is -4, you said?
Yeah.
So that's still not enough. So I'm trying to beat. It's parry, right?
No, because you're not next to it.
I thought you said I was in melee.
No, you're not in melee.
Oh.
You're within, like, you would be within melee range if you wanted to try and attack it with melee. You could just step into melee. Sorry, I thought that's what you were asking.
Oh,
No, with the
oh.
shotgun, that's why you're at a -4, because you're
okay.
a step back.
So I just need to get a 4 then.
Yes.
Oh, well then that was...
Which you did.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
cool, okay.
Okay.
All right, then we're good. Great, now roll damage.
Yep.
Which is...
3d6 plus 4.
6 plus 4.
We're doing okay.
We're all right.
We're doing okay.
Did you say plus 4?
Yeah, because you shot it in the heart.
Oh, right.
You
yeah.
made the called shot.
Amazingly, yeah.
Oh,
It's
ace.
an ace on the
But
d6.
it just takes one time.
Yeah.
Let me use one more d6 from...
Ace.
So that is
11.
11 so far.
Another ace.
Yeah.
So 17.
Yep.
18.
18.
Plus 2 from a shotgun.
Not from the damage.
No?
No, it's just for.
Oh, it's
just to the
for hit?
shooting.
Okay, cool.
So 18 is enough to blow the heart out of its chest, or it would be if I didn't try and soak.
It's 18 plus 4 though, right? Because of the heart.
Were you not already adding that in?
No.
22. Okay, great. Woo! That's a lot of soaking. Let's do it. That's a 3. That's not going to happen.
Womp womp.
Reroll with cursed Spanish gold.
That's a 2. Oh, you changed it.
What was it? A 2?
was a 2, yeah.
Fine. I will reroll with a piece of cursed Spanish gold.
That's a 3.
3. I'll reroll with a fate chip.
Wow. That's a 4.
4.
Bless you.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. You dust it. You
Dust
blow
it.
You
Yes!
blow the heart out of its chest.
Woo! That's how it's done.
Oh,
Hand in your card, Hal Melton.
Yes, here you go.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stick with these guys.
All right, there is still one bearing down on James Bogue
He good.
that
he
no
good.
one knows about, but
good.
James Bogue. James Bogue.
Yeah.
60 diamonds?
Aw.
oh man.
Did he just kill the
Ten
one
of
that was
spades.
attacking me?
What's up?
Yeah.
Did he just kill the one that was
Yeah.
attacking me? Great.
7 of hearts. 3 diamonds.
3 diamonds.
For feels. 4 of hearts.
Ugh.
For the nose ferret.
They got a joker.
I get a joker.
No.
All right.
You get a fate chip?
I do not, but it's going to go first. And it's going to run up to you, James. And it's going to try and grapple you.
That's new.
So
wants
it's
a
going to
hug.
make an opposed fighting roll against you.
But with those teeth in the way, I don't know.
So make a fighting roll.
It's like an orc.
Where's it gonna put those teeth? Ha.
It rolled a 4. Why am I using a percentile? It rolled a 4.
Rolled a 40.
Hold on, let it roll, but I don't want to look at what you have. I'm going to re-roll that. Actually, I'm going to add a d6 to it.
Oh.
He didn't look though.
Then I'm going to re-roll with cursed Spanish gold. That is an 11.
Ooh.
Okay, so it got an 11 plus 2, a 13. Now, what did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
A 5. Would you like to
Yeah.
re-roll?
Yeah, I would like to reroll.
Okay.
Where'd it get you?
Yeah, let's just see what happens, right, guys?
I'm really curious.
Well, you saw what happens.
When you get grappled,
It's a
Yeah,
nose
that's
ferret.
not any better.
Come on.
it goes
right.
in your nose, tickles you.
Nose ferret. You know what it
So
does.
that's a 3, right?
Hal doesn't know.
Huh?
That's
That
a
was
3.
you rolled a 3, right?
Yeah.
Gonna add a d6. No, wait, that's
That
not
still
gonna
won't
help.
do
You
it.
might
yeah.
need those for soaking.
All right.
Ace!
Ace.
Yep.
Ace!
Okay, 12.
Ace.
Yes, 18.
Okay, 20. So it comes up and it just tries to it snakes around you and tries to pin your arms to the side, and you can feel it trying to do something with its head to your neck. But you are able to just break out of its grasp, and it seems taken aback by your ferocity. And that's all it
Not
can
today,
do.
you son of a bitch!
That's all it can do. All right. You're up, Hal.
Oh, I am? Okay, cool.
I'm last.
I'm gonna run to James.
Okay. Sure. Make a run roll.
Okay. It's a 10.
10.
That
all
doesn't
right.
ace though, right?
No, it doesn't. So you get to move 18 squares.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Great.
You fleet-footed bastard.
How the hell do I count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Wow,
Right next to it.
perfectly.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
And
exactly
then,
what you're
I will shoot it with a shotgun.
Oh, you just ran.
Right. So it'll be a -2 for that.
How
No,
many shots
I
does
did
your
not
shotgun
reshuffle,
have?
but I'm going to.
How many rounds?
That's
does your
bad on
shotgun
me.
have?
It has rate of fire is 1, but I didn't write it down. I think it's like 2. I think it can shoot twice before it can reload.
Sure, we'll say it shoots twice. All right, so you run up and you're going to try and
Great.
shoot it.
Yeah.
There is no light over here.
Good luck with those penalties, because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, okay, so you are at damn it. You're at a -8, +2 for the shotgun, a -6 all day. -6.
Okay. But I'm behind it. Surprise! Peekaboo! That's not good.
Was it
I'll
a
roll.
4
Okay,
and
so that's a
2?
4 and a 2. Just a 4.
Reroll with
Minus-
Spanish Gold.
-6, though. Ooh, that's worse.
Oh my, one.
I got one more.
Oh man, we are running out.
6.
6 and a 3.
I'll add a d6.
With a red fate chip.
So that is
9
9 -6, you said?
Yeah,
Nope,
3,
that's
not enough.
Nope. All right.
You run over, but in your hurry to get to James, you fire too early and the shot goes right over its shoulder. Hand in your card, Hal.
Okay.
Next up.
Is it me?
Yes.
Okay, so there aren't any over there anymore, right?
No,
Nope.
there's nothing over there. Other than Beals.
Well,
and
okay.
Gabe.
So, oh man, I'm gonna go outside
Okay.
because I assume I would have been over here by the window and I would have
Yep.
seen Howell leave.
Why did I get to
100%.
melee range? That was stupid.
Lights are starting
So-
to turn on in the town. You hear distant shots.
I don't necessarily. I mean, I knew James was over there. I'm probably gonna go over here because Gabe is over here.
Okay.
And just try to figure out.
Beals is hurt bad.
I will try to.
There's not much you can do right now.
Nope.
I'm just letting you know. Beals is hurt really bad.
Can I try to like bandage or
Not in
something? Is in
combat.
there?
Yeah,
Not in
no.
combat. Okay. Man, I
I
don't.
could try.
I think I'm going to cast deflection again because I don't.
Okay.
If she comes to me to try and cast deflection,
Yeah.
I think I want to go. I think I just want to say like, Rose, I think we need to get to Howell. We need to get together.
All right.
I'll be okay.
All right. If I came out here to do that, can I run at this point, or is it too late?
You already moved.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Bloop.
Yeah. That's all I can do here,
Okay,
right?
hand in your card. Next up, James.
I'm gonna try and do the same thing I did before and try and shoot it in the heart.
Okay.
Um,
You gotta beat its parry.
yep.
What do we say? -4 for you with the marksman and the darkness penalty and the called shot. I think it was all minus. Or no, that was with the Joker.
That was with the Joker. Yeah.
So -6.
-6.
I don't know why I ran up next to it. I could have gotten a +2 if I didn't. That was stupid.
Well, actually, wait. You're next to it, right?
Yeah.
Do you get gang up bonus?
Not
Okay.
for shooting.
No, but if I draw my knife.
You have a knife?
I do have a
First
knife.
I've heard of it. Yes, you could do that.
I also have a knife.
You guys should use those sometimes.
I never need to.
All right.
I'm never in melee
I
combat.
do. It's a Bowie knife.
Yeah. All right. So I'll draw my knife.
Okay, you draw your knife.
Plus D4.
That counts as an action to draw your knife.
No, cause quick.
Oh, your quick draw. You quick draw. That's right.
no.
All right, so you draw your knife. Are you dropping your gun?
Actually,
I will drop my gun.
Okay,
yes.
you drop your gun onto the ground. It joins your rifle on the ground in
Yeah.
the growing pile of munitions James Bogue is drawing, and you reach down and quick as an eye, draw your knife and try and stab it in the heart.
Snake eyes!
Oh man! Can't re-roll that with Curse Spanish Gold.
That's a snaky eyes. Oh,
Re-rolling it with a red fate chip.
Yes.
oh gosh.
oh, almost did it again.
5.
It's a 5 and a 1.
And that's I'm at a -6.
Yes.
But gang up.
-5.
Oh, gang up is 1.
Yeah. Cool.
So you got 0.
Curse Spanish Gold.
Well, we went through most of it. Well, that's a.
Yeah. Well, that's not happening, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Do another one. Add a d6 to it. Use your blue fate chip.
Yeah, you're at what?
Heroes never say die.
Don't say die.
I have not said that yet.
Add it. Add a d6.
You just said it more and started spinning. That's a 5.
5.
He was
That's
at
a 5.
0.
Yep,
What
he was
did
at 0.
What did he need? Oh, he needed like a 7.
Yeah, I need a 7.
But you can reroll all of those dice with a piece of cursed Spanish gold.
Okay.
Fighting, wild die, and the extra d6.
All right, Dom's down to 3. Hal's out, right?
Out?
A cursed Spanish gold.
Oh, yeah,
so
I'm out.
that's a
I have
10
3.
cursed Spanish gold. You've got 3.
10.
minus 6. That's a 4.
What's minus 5?
Yeah,
Minus 5.
so it's
a
5. That's not enough.
One more.
All right.
Big money, no whammies, no whammies. That's an 8.
Ace on the
D8.
Ace on the D8.
We did it. We did it.
Okay, 14
18
plus
minus 5
yeah.
is a 13. That is enough to clear its parry.
Wait, 14 minus 5 is not a 13.
You had an 18, didn't you?
He didn't have an 18.
No, I had
14
8.
minus 5 is a 9.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You clear its parry.
Great.
You,
Oh, you're right. I did have an 18. Anyway,
you had an 18. Right, you hit it in the heart with a raise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Cool.
When I say your number is too high, just tell me yes. That is exactly what I rolled, Marshall.
Yes.
But in this case, I'm right.
You were correct, Marshall. Yes, Marshall.
So it parried down cleared.
Damage with your knife, plus a d6, plus 4 for hitting it in the heart.
Ace, ace.
So
6, 8, 10, 14.
14.
You dust it.
Yay! Dusted.
Dropping
baby.
your pile of weapons to the side, you reach into your belt and pull out a knife, and it looks really quickly, very briefly to an observer like you're not gonna make it. It sees you and it starts to move out of the way, but you anticipate its move and stake it right through the heart with your knife, and it is dusted to the ground. Everyone hand in your cards. There are screams and shots all over town,
I gave
and
you
the whistle blows on the train. One more time, that eerie shriek, shrill sound. And all of a sudden, all of these things come pouring out of the houses, and they are holding people. They have people carried over their shoulders, and they just start streaming back towards the train. Is anyone going to stand in their way?
No.
I think I kind of want to try.
I think I will too, yeah.
Rose will not.
I mean, are they carrying children and women?
They're carrying people
everyone.
from town.
Yeah, I'm a deputy. I have to try.
All right, so they start streaming back towards the train. No one to stand in their way but Hal Melton, a super injured Beals, Gabriel Pryor, and maybe Rosaline and James Bogue. However, as you guys stand there and you hear the whistle blow, you turn your head back around and you look at the locomotive and you see some sort of gaunt, dead figure that appears to have its mouth sewn shut, just pulling the whistle. But once these nose ferrets start streaming back towards the train, another figure in the locomotive leans over around. Now this man is very, very pale with long, stringy white hair and dark glasses and a ratty top hat, and he appears to be wearing some sort of necklace with what you see, just very briefly, looks like a glinting piece of red stone. And he looks around to watch the nose ferrets come streaming back towards the train. And Beals is just standing there trying to keep her insides together. And she says, "We have to stop this." And that's where we'll end it tonight. So, everyone, keep track of your fatigue levels. If you have wounds, mark them down. If you have cursed Spanish gold, mark that down. All your cards are gone. All the bonuses for this session are gone, but we will conclude Night Train next Friday night here on Wildcards. So thank you guys very much for being here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Real quick, the Phantom, that was unlocked. That was someone connected to everything that's going on with you guys showing up on this scene. And it appears that maybe the Wraith is in some way connected to this night train. You would guess. Cavalry will come into play next time. A debt to pay will come into play next time. I think that's everything we unlocked. The pulls from the mystery
I
box
hope
got
it's
used
cavalry
up.
for the Wraith.
He's gonna need it.
Yeah.
Guys,
So we're still like in the middle of this thing.
you guys are still in the middle of this.
Okay.
And doing great.
Yep. All right. So that's where we are going to leave off tonight. So make sure to come back next Friday for the exciting conclusion of the Night Train. And also, be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time for the beginning of our St. Patrick's Day Subathon. We would love to have you here. We're going to be going through every show that we do on the channel in its ongoing form right now. It's going to start with Tempting Fate at 9 a.m., followed by Iron Keep, followed by the sneak peek of the new show from GM Stephen Pope that will be premiering after Uncanny Valley concludes its season called Legacy, a City of Mist game. And then we will finish up with Wildcards and a fun little extra thing going on after Wildcards tomorrow called Twitch GM's RPGs, we'll say.
Sure.
There's going to be prizes. There's going to be fun. We're going to be there. There's going to be decorations. It's going to be great. So tune in tomorrow for that. I want to thank you guys for being here and going through that. We're halfway through it. You guys are so close to maybe not using up all of your resources. Thank you very much to Tyler for running things behind the scenes.
Yes,
thank you to you, mysterious strangers, for unlocking all of the fun things that you unlocked in this. I think it's going to be really awesome when we conclude this next week. I was hoping we could conclude it tonight, but it's not going to happen. So we will see what happens next time on Wildcards. I'm losing my voice.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because I talked a lot. I don't know. If I had to guess. Oh, finger gun! Oh, chaos!